ignites. Hold your breath, don't blink. Now this is where the floor gives out. Live at the reserve. Watch the whole thing turn. One bluff, one burn. Live at the reserve. Live at the reserve. Let the table learn. One bluff, one turn. Live at the reserve. Live at the reserve. This is your chance. Make it count. One bluff and the whole room bows. Live at the reserve. Live at the reserve. Live at the reserve. Live at the reserve. Yeah, yeah. This is your chance. This is your chance. Woo, 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 woo. Oh. Yeah. Cards in my hand, silence in the room. One stare too long and the table goes boom. I keep it calm, let the doubts run wild. Small grin, sharp eyes like a borrowed smile. I flow my truth and I make it a trap. One wrong red and I flip it back. Chips lean in, every post gets loud. You think you got me, I'm the shape in the crowd. One bluff can move the night. One look and it all ignites. Hold your breath, don't blink. Now this is where the floor gives out. Live at the reserve. Watch the whole thing turn. One bluff, one burn. Live at the reserve. Live at the reserve. Let the table learn. One bluff, one turn. Live at the reserve. I talk real slow, like I got it locked, but my heart hits hard when the big blind pops. You see the smoke, I see the line. One fake move can erase my time, so lean right in if you think you know. I seen brave men freeze at a night in the glow. When I push it out, I don't play for safe. I play for the gas, but the cash in the case. One bluff can move the night. One look and it all ignites. Hold your breath, don't blink. Now this is where the floor gives out. Live at the reserve. Watch the whole thing turn. One bluff, one burn. Live at the reserve. Live at the reserve. Let the table learn. One bluff, one turn. Live at the reserve. Live at the reserve. This is your chance. Make it count. One bluff and the whole room bows. Live at the reserve. Live at the reserve. Live at the reserve. Live at the reserve. Yeah, yeah. This is your chance. This is your chance. Woo, 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 woo. Oh. Yeah. Cards in my hand, silence in the room. One stare too long and the table goes boom. I keep it calm, let the doubts run wild. Small grin, sharp eyes like a borrowed smile. I flow my truth and I make it a trap. One wrong red and I flip it back. Chips lean in, every post gets loud. You think you got me, I'm the shape in the crowd. One bluff can move the night. One look and it all ignites. Hold your breath, don't blink. Now this is where the floor gives out. Live at the reserve. Watch the whole thing turn. One bluff, one bird. Live at the reserve. Live at the reserve. Let the table learn. One bluff, one turn. Live at the reserve. I talk real slow, like I got it locked, but my heart hits hard when the big blind pops. You see the smoke, I see the line. One fake move can erase my time, so lean right in. If you think you know, I seen brave men freeze at a night in the glow. When I push it out, I don't play for safe. I play for the gas, but the cash in the case. One bluff can move the night. One look and it all ignites. Hold your breath, don't blink. Now this is where the floor gives out. Live at the reserve. Watch the whole thing turn. One bluff, one bird. Live at the reserve. Live at the reserve. Let the table learn. One bluff, one turn. Live at the reserve. Live at the reserve. This is your chance. Make it count. One bluff and the whole room bows. Live at the reserve. Live at the reserve. Live at the reserve. Live at the reserve. Yeah, yeah. This is your chance. This is your chance. Woo, 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 woo. Oh. Yeah. Cards in my hand, silence in the room. One stare too long and the table goes boom. I keep it calm, let the doubts run wild. Small grin, sharp eyes like a borrowed smile. I flow my truth and I make it a trap. One wrong red and I flip it back. Chips lean in, every post gets loud. You think you got me, I'm the shape in the crowd. One bluff can move the night. One look and it all ignites. Hold your breath, don't blink. Now this is where the floor gives out. Live at the reserve. Watch the whole thing turn. One bluff, one bird. Live at the reserve. Live at the reserve. Let the table learn. One bluff, one turn. Live at the reserve. I talk real slow, like I got it locked, but my heart hits hard when the big blind pops. You see the smoke, I see the line. One fake move can erase my time, so lean right in. If you think you know, I seen brave men freeze at a night in the glow. When I push it out, I don't play for safe. I play for the gas, but the cash in the case. One bluff can move the night. One look and it all ignites. Hold your breath, don't blink. Now this is where the floor gives out. Live at the reserve. Watch the whole thing turn. One bluff, one bird. Live at the reserve. Live at the reserve. Let the table learn. One bluff, one turn. Live at the reserve. Live at the reserve. This is your chance. Woo, 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 woo. Oh. Yeah. Cards in my hand, silence in the room. One stare too long and the table goes boom. I keep it calm, let the doubts run wild. Small grin, sharp eyes like a borrowed smile. I fold my truth and I make it a trap. One wrong red and I flip it back. Chips lean in, every post gets loud. You think you got me, I'm the shape in the crowd. One bluff can move the night. One look and it all ignites. Hold your breath, don't blink. Now this is where the floor gives out. Live at the reserve. Watch the whole thing turn. One bluff, one bird. Live at the reserve. Live at the reserve. Let the table learn. One bluff, one turn. Live at the reserve. I talk real slow, like I got it locked, but my heart hits hard when the big blind pops. You see the smoke, I see the line. One fake move can erase my time, so lean right in. If you think you know, I seen brave men freeze at a night in a glow. When I push it out, I don't play for safe. I play for the gas, and the cash in the case. One bluff can move the night. One look and it all ignites. Hold your breath, don't blink. Now this is where the floor gives out. Live at the reserve. Watch the whole thing turn. One bluff, one bird. Live at the reserve. Live at the reserve. Let the table learn. One bluff, one turn. Live at the reserve. Live at the reserve. This is your chance. Make it count. One bluff and the whole room bows. Live at the reserve. Live at the reserve.
Hey, here we are at the Reserve Poker Club in Toledo, Ohio, and once again we're going to bring you some of the day one action. Our summer series, $250,000 prize pool guarantee main event. Look at there, we got Mike Flynn in the booth with me today.
Hello, everyone.
And we've got 171 entries
Yes,
for
sir.
this flight, which means we're going to advance 17 players into the day two. When we get down to 18 players today, that'll be hand for hand, and that's when Mike and I'll sign off and ride off into the sunset, never to be seen again until Sunday for the main event restart, which is at noon, and we'll be bringing you action sometime around 4 o'clock on Sunday for the feature and then final table of this main event. And it's really off to a good start.
Oh, fantastic.
Mike, you know, we always focus on the guarantee. Not only are we going to hit it, but how far are we going to exceed it? And Mike Gendron and I were in here last night. We're making our guesses. So I don't know if you want to think about it for a while. My guess was we get to about 320,000 for this main event final for the total guarantee or the total pot. But anyway, that's my guess so far, particularly with the start that we've had. We had 11 players move on from the day 1A We had 14 players move on from the day 1B, and you add that 17, we're already at 42. 3 more flights remaining. 1 today at 6 p.m. and 2 tomorrow at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. And I know you were on the chat yesterday talking about how Saturday is always the biggest day for us.
They certainly are, yes.
Yeah. So, you know, the guess there, because people were asking on the chat, people like to figure out which flight should I play, when should I come. There's the attitude that, okay, I need to be in an early one so that if I bag, I can go after that $2,000 multi-bag bonus maybe more than once, right?
Yeah, by all means, you can certainly do that. There's a number of different strategies. Some people want to do that. They want the chance early to get a bag for a double bag bonus.
Yeah.
Some people also prefer to play it against a little bit of a smaller field.
Yes.
Right, personal preference.
Yes.
On the other end of that spectrum,
right,
some people like to play the very last one, expecting it's going to have the biggest participation for 2 reasons, I think.
Yep.
One is the average stack, or the chip leader out of there, usually has a really big stack because there's so many more chips in play.
Right.
Right. And the other thing is there's certainly more people that are going to make it to day 2. So,
yeah,
you know, it just depends on your perspective, Vic.
And speaking of chip stack, you know, they're starting with 40,000. Of course, at this point, we've got 86 remaining, and we just finished the dinner break, which means late registration is over. But for that $400, they receive 40,000 in chips. But then there is a dealer add-on, gets you another 10K.
No, the dealer add-on's included in the 40K.
Included. Okay.
I just verified that
All
at
right.
the cage.
Good.
Sometimes it's different.
I know. I'm used to one way or the other sometimes.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
And neither of us were sure, so I just went up and checked with James and made sure.
That's usually a good source.
Okay, here, Pocket Kings right off the bat. I've been having nightmares about Pocket Kings for the last 2 days.
Well, Jeff Wilkie can attest to that. If you were watching the stream at that time. I was. Yeah.
That's how Jackie and I got knocked out of the team tournament. Cruz raises to 15. I saw Pocket 8s fold there. Uncontested. Takes it down.
So this is yours? No, this is mine. That's yours. Right?
Glasses, they got it right there, right?
So this one's just staying blank.
This is a 10-hand table.
So when it's still in the
That's
card.
good. They must have signed you that one for some reason, I guess. I heard they would switch how they
It's
require.
Neuralink. It's Neuralink. That's fine.
Either way.
And we can hear the chatter so far at the table telling me we've got some new players here.
Yes.
Not only new players to the reserve, but new players to the live stream.
Well, you know, Vic, I always like to do a little bit of math and keep track of the chip stack. So quick math here. With the number of players that we have today registered, 171, 40K apiece. That puts total chips in play 6,840,000, and with 86 left, that puts the average stack right around 80,000. Just to give our viewers a feel of where these particular players on our featured table stand relative to the average stack. So if I'm Mr. Fisher at 232, I'm feeling pretty good. And if I'm Mr. Carter at 27, I'm feeling like I need to make some moves here pretty soon.
Yeah, absolutely. But then again, well, yeah, Carter, he is below 10 big blinds. We always talk about that being kind of the watermark. I was in here last night with Mike Gendron, and his viewpoint, and everybody has, there's so many different ways to play this game, but he kind of views that 12 big blinds as not panic mode, but certainly the antennae have to go up, and you got to pay close attention to the spot that you pick.
Yeah, and I was listening to that conversation, and I certainly understand Mike's point, and I think the point he was making, at least what came across to me, was if you don't get yourself down to too few big blinds, if you leave yourself in that 12 to 15 range, then you have more playability, and if you decide to make a big raise, there's more credibility there because it's less for, or it's more for the other stacks to call. So if you're going to make a big move or make a big bluff, you got a chip stack that makes people really think twice about whether they want to get in there with you.
Yeah.
And I get that.
Yep. And that yesterday's table, Mike and I really enjoyed it, and you probably enjoyed watching it. But
I did.
We started off with 3 players basically that consider themselves pros, and they have the receipts to prove it. But just a featured table. That table was very savvy. Man, there was some very savvy play going on.
Yeah, I would agree. There certainly was.
If you're new to the reserve, we play 9-handed. If you look at the remaining 86, that means we've got 5 players, and then the tables will be balanced completely at 9. Right now, you know, we're 8-handed here.
And since we're playing down to 17 today, and we'll be on the stream until we have 18 with 86 left, there's a whole lot of poker left today for our fans to enjoy.
A lot of poker. I think yesterday when we signed on, we might have been below 50 at that point.
Frederick with pocket jacks here in the small blind. He's facing a raise. A little more than a 4x raise from under the gun +1. See how he decides to respond here.
Somewhere in there.
Looks like he decides to flat with jacks there. Jacks check over to Fisher, who was a pre-flop raiser, and he checks back.
Yeah, Frederick's got every reason to fire at this, at least for a feeler bet, if nothing else. And that's pretty much what that is.
Half pot.
Half pot.
Well played. You know, jacks, that's the hand everybody loves to hate. But I think Fisher played it well there.
Yes. We saw Endicott quite a bit yesterday, and I believe he bagged yesterday.
Yeah, I have not looked at the list, Vic.
Yeah,
I'll
I
have to
haven't
pull
either.
that up and check it.
Right. Oh, no, I don't think he did. Now I recall he was definitely on a roller coaster ride yesterday. And as I mentioned, if you're just joining us, we are the Reserve in Toledo, Ohio. Just a fantastic summer series. Culminates into the main event, $250,000 prize pool. Guaranteed event. This is the third of 3 day ones. 10% from each of the day ones going on to the restart on Sunday of the day 2.
Is there a rule against talking between hands?
No, you guys are right.
We are.
Yep. Definitely a lot of newbies here at the
This is boring.
live stream table. You can tell.
Put some laughing gas in there, something.
Yep.
Play some music or something.
Yep.
Yeah, earlier we tried talking.
Cut it off. Here,
I'll make your heads up and turn.
Right.
And look at this. Endicott's going to raise here to 10,000, and Fisher Interesting move is going to 3-bet Endicott all in with 5-3 offsuit. So if we thought we saw some savvy play yesterday, we are off to some savvy play already, and Endicott does make the call, and he is going to be very pleased to see the TK rolled over here.
We're not gonna talk, we're going all in with 3-5.
Yeah, we're entertaining the people.
Yeah, sorry about that. Must admit, I just hope it doesn't work out great for you. Didn't work out good.
Needs runner 3s or 5s. And that's not going to do it. Endicott makes a very good call here.
Who got close, 4 to the straight.
And he doubles up.
Didn't quite make it. I do not see Mr. Endicott on the bag list,
I
Vic.
don't believe he did.
However, I've just looked at it here for the first time, and our current chip leader is 947,000. That's
Okay.
a big bag.
Yeah, that is. And while we were looking it up, Marge lets us know, because she had already looked over the list, that nope, Mr. Endicott is not on there.
So all I had to do was read the chat. I didn't have to do all that work.
All we had to do was reach out to Marge.
Thank you, Marge.
Yeah, thank you, Marge. AKA Grandma.
And thanks again for all of the goodies that you brought in for the team tournament. You are so wonderful to do that.
Isn't she?
Or are we at 62.5, I think they said it was.
Well, I know that Jack helps out. I know that he helps carry the stuff out to the car.
There you go.
Yeah.
Everybody has to play their role.
That's right.
And it's good when you know what your role is.
Yes.
Stay inside the lines.
Stay in your
all,
lane.
all is well.
Same hand now for Endicott from a couple of hands ago. King, Queen.
One call, 65.
Mr. Frederick's going to bump this up to 6,500, a little better than 2x.
Call.
That's a snap call from Fisher. And Bowersock. We had Bowersock in here on the other night.
Yeah, 3 players. Action on 2. Check.
Fisher flops an open ender. Endicott top pair.
And he's in position. 24,000 in the pot. And his chip stack is going to allow him some real playability here
And I've got
versus 10 minutes ago.
13,500. Call.
Grandma says Scuba Steve is on the list.
He certainly is.
What's his stack?
639K.
That's respectable.
Big stack.
Oh, Fisher hits the 9, and I think this 8-7 could be pretty well disguised. Endicott thinking maybe Fisher was hanging around with a flush draw, not necessarily a straight draw. And he does bet into him, 31,000. And now, does Fisher put Endicott on a flush draw, which will make him inclined to just try to end this?
Did you say all in?
And there it is.
All in and 12.
Wow. Endicott thinking maybe Lightning was going to strike twice for him with the same player, but that is not the case.
And his tournament life is at risk, and he has 0 outs. Well played, Mr. Endicott. Sorry to see you go.
Yeah.
And as you said, Vic, that 7-8 was really hidden well. Tough to put your opponent on 7-8 there.
Absolutely. I mean, you could see maybe that's what Endicott was thinking, that maybe, and we moved the entire table over, right? However, Endicott had come from a different table. That he just closed table 5, and it could be that he thought Fisher certainly was getting pushy with that 5-3. Now is he getting pushy again with a draw, or just for the sake of being pushy?
Yeah, and that's the thing. When when your opponent sees your bluff and sees that you were betting and raising with it, that tends to stick in their mind.
Yes. Hard to get away from any kind of history, particularly short history.
Yeah, and if he's not been playing with these same guys, and he's new to the table, then he only has that one reference point.
Yeah. And it's a significant one.
It is 6500.
In the meantime, we've got Fisher, and I believe reclaiming the chip lead here at this feature table.
Anybody ever drinking that? Yeah.
There are yet 8 other tables in the main room. We're down to 9 tables of 9.
Well, look at you doing math now.
Oh, don't tell the crowd I took my shoes off for that, okay?
Call it 10.
The Zans are crazy in there. Most of the time they don't hit, you know. Never
No, it is.
Is that what the wood lighting is? Is there LED lighting in there?
No.
I'll start. Tell this guy he should
Check.
have.
Got that. 22.5. Fold.
As we mentioned, this is the 3rd of 6 flights for the main event of our summer series. $250,000 prize pool guarantee, $400 buy-in. But this is a series with 9 trophied events, so we're not done here. I keep talking about the closer at 2 o'clock on Sunday. What a price point, $140 buy-in.
That's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Each of cards, just slide them over that.
And typically in these series, Reserve always has a closer tournament for those that aren't able to compete in the final day of the main. The difference, I think, this time is it's become a trophy event. Correct, Vic?
Yes. Yeah.
And I think that's great.
It is great.
You gotta hold them right here. You gotta read this like
We got Bill on the chat. We got Philip Razor on the chat. Looks like he's coming down to play in the night flight. So good luck for all of you, Philip, and for anyone else that's planning on playing in the flight tonight. I told Jackie, depending on what time we get done, I might just jump into the flight tonight. Miss a couple levels, no big deal. Ooh, Berlin flops the flush.
About 3,000.
Greg makes a bet to find out where he's at, and I think he just found out.
That head scratch is, why did I do that? But you know, he didn't step in it too deep. He just made a little min bet. Try to stir the waters up a little bit, get the information he needed, and like you pointed out, he got it quickly.
Kevin Ewing, welcome to the chat. Appreciate you, one of our regular listeners. Appreciate you signing in here. Don't forget that like button, buddy.
Vegas a couple weeks ago. My one day.
The hindsight there from Craig, Mr. Craig might have been, you know, did I really need to do that when I'm not quite 20 big blinds here? Or no, he is 20. Yeah, he could have. I like it. I just thought it was a little bold, given that flop.
7,500.
Now here's an interesting way to play a small pair. I know you and Mike were
Yes.
talking about this yesterday. Here's Mr. Frederick, under the gun +1. He's going to make a raise with that pair, and he has no competition. He takes it down, and that's the plus side of raising early with a small pocket pair
Yes.
rather than just limping.
Yeah.
You got 2 ways to win. You can win if everybody folds. You can also win if you end up with the best hand.
Yeah.
For me, I'm the biggest biggest day on the planet today, but when I play poker.
They say this coming Sunday is the last Sunday without football, so we got some.
Yeah.
It's gonna.
We're ready for it.
settle in.
Definitely.
Kansas football, Kansas basketball.
I was gonna say, I don't think,
Okay, I was gonna say Kansas football is not
I don't think I've ever heard of anything.
football. Final bill something.
You know, Vic, I was in here with Mike Gendron the other day, and I told him I was going to try to keep track of how many pocket pairs we had and which ones they were.
Yes.
I gave up on that rather quickly. He'd be pointing over, going, "Mark it down, mark it down." I just said, "Forget it. I can't keep track. It's too much for my brain to deal with."
Yeah.
Busy in life. Wanted to save himself in service. Hard to blame him.
Those kind of guys who win, Michigan team this last year was the best. I went to the national championship game. So
I went to the Final Four.
yeah, I was
Couldn't get off work.
so happy. I thought I was
What,
good.
the Michigan?
Yeah, I went.
When they made 2 jump shots all
Yeah.
game.
I mean, I didn't think they were gonna win back in 16. 13, I thought they were gonna win, but I was just happy that.
I put a lot of bets on them this year. I had a lot of confidence in that team.
Oh yeah.
Queen 6 gets the check mark.
I was like, we got that.
As long as he doesn't get bet off this pot.
Yeah, the Lindenberg being hurt, I was like,
Yeah, that was scary, that game.
Makes a small bet, takes it down.
That's my time, guys.
I tell you, Vic, I'm still not used to the last names. I know we got to get used to it. I'm just not used to it yet.
This team should be pretty good.
And I know I've covered this before, but just to inform our viewers, you know, typically we let somebody sit down and indicate what name they want to use, and even a handle of sorts, as long as it's PG. But the WSOP just uses last names, and of course we've got the World Series of Poker circuit events starting on October 29th, and so we thought
There it
this
is.
is a good time to comply, you know, start doing that, get used to what their requirements are. This is big news for us, but these are the big dogs. We're going to comply with however they want to run this. And, you know, the excitement has been buzzing even more so this past week, where we put out now the list of events for this.
And we're going to do something unprecedented. Too
Yes.
many syllables there.
Yep.
We're going to live stream every day.
Every single day. And the Wizard and I were just going through that list, and we'll be coming out with that at some point. But one of the strategies we're looking at is potentially having the same start time every day. Start time to the public, not necessarily when the cards get in the air. Might have different delays for each of these events, but we will live stream every day. There are 18 ring events.
Well, we got a hand going here. Talk about pocket pairs. 3 of them. 1 of them folds. 2 of them fold. Last man standing.
But speaking of last names, you know, Eye in the Sky just forwarded us a quick screenshot where we get to see the first names. We have 3 Michaels here, so right now I'm pretty pleased with just having the last names. Seat 3, Michael. And seat 5, Michael. Seat 8, Michael.
Well, I mean, typically when we do our live streams here, be it cash or be it tournaments,
Yeah,
we have a 15-minute delay.
right. Yeah.
Just for the integrity of the game.
Yeah.
We're now talking about maybe waiting a full day, right? 24 hours. Just depends on which tournaments we want to highlight.
Just depends on certain events. Some of the, as we get deep into it, midweek, we will probably be live, but with a 1 hour and maybe in some cases a 2 hour delay.
Yeah. Because those tournaments could go pretty late.
Yes.
I'm expecting, depending on which one we showcase, right? Because there's 3 a day, 4 a day.
Yeah. The upside to that is, you know, if we are here at 2 a.m., people on the West Coast are watching at 11 p.m. So,
Whoa.
you know, so
there's a
there's that.
geographic reach advantage. How about that?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm doing math again, but that'll get me that'll only get me in trouble.
There. Pocket queen.
J. Diaz, welcome to the chat. This is one of the flights for the main event. That's correct. This is flight 1C, or the third flight, and there are 3 more to go. 1 more tonight and 2 more tomorrow. The restart of the main event for day 2 will be Sunday.
You guys wanna talk anything about any of the conspiracy?
That's right. Philip Razor, there is no circuit event for a sit and go. There is, I believe, though, a freeze out.
Yes, there
I
is.
believe there's a $50,000 freeze out. Maybe the next best thing to a sit and go.
All owned by China.
Yeah, it's a multi-table sit and go.
It's a multi-table.
It is. It's a sit and go.
It's a sit and go.
It's just a multi-table.
Yeah. Yeah.
But unless you're afraid of extra competition, right? Then you wouldn't want that multi-table.
Oh, you know Philip Razor, he's going to say, bring it on, baby.
Oh, I wasn't speaking to Philip. I'm just saying.
know.
One table versus multi. Some
Yeah.
people prefer one table. Some people prefer multi. Let's face it, the prize pool is bigger, right? Me personally, I like sit and goes.
Yeah.
And when Philip gets here, I'm going to step out and chat with him for a little bit, see if we can come up with a little wager. Give him a teaser.
Yes, we will be back to our regular schedule live streams next week. Tuesday, we've got the 1-3 regular Joe Poker Show. Cards in the air at 6:15. $200 to $500 buy-in.
I've never heard that.
Our Thursday night staple of No-NIT Thursday.
And I don't wanna like shock.
Well, no, earlier you
And
said
then
you-
Saturday the 8th,
that was the starter.
back to the $550 buy-in sit and go. Cards in the air at 7 p.m.
Pandas are on back. China is,
It would be.
This is very interesting. Absolutely.
Our production
They're scientific.
guru, James, we call him the eye in the sky.
Yeah.
He pays attention.
Oh.
He's got so much to do
I
in
know.
there with all the buttons he's got to push and the cameras and stuff.
Yeah.
But he listens to us talk, and then he helps us out. He just told you and I that a lot of circuit stops have continuous sit and goes from $100 to a $300 buy-in.
Yeah.
So there you go. There'll probably be some of those available. You just have to buy your own ring if you want to.
Well, that's true. I mean, you look at that list, and man, there's stuff going on every day, and we will be open during that time period, 24 hours.
That's crazy.
Yep.
I will not be here 24 hours a day.
Neither I.
Will not.
Heads up action here. Big Ace King versus Jacks. The king right in the window here for Michael Bowersock.
Apparently the word dinosaur.
All in, and it would be an all in for Frederick to call here with the Jacks. Also a Michael.
Frederick just has to decide. Does he have a king or doesn't he? Is he on a diamond draw? Is he on a straight draw? Probably not, but
so we can't hit spot checker right now. We're just- we're just
Well,
gotta
you look
go.
at the pre-flop action here. There was a raise and a 3-bet.
pre-flop raise 3-bet. A king in your opponent's hand. There's all kinds of hands in his 3-bet range that certainly could contain a king. So I think that's a nice fold.
I know, that's me too.
So every time they find a ball, they're like, oh,
How's my AP US history?
and then the other guy.
Well, our newbies are getting used to being at the live table. The chat has begun. I always like to see that, because this is what you see in the main room. This is what it's like to play at the reserve. Lots of friendly banter and interaction. We like to call ourselves the professional poker room with the home game feel. Look at that, folks. If you haven't been there, that is a great shot of what is about to double in size for the World Series of Poker.
That's only half the
Circuit
tables
event.
we're going to have in a couple months.
That's correct.
Architect, surveyor, anybody.
But to your point, Vic, it's
Building a bridge or a railroad.
I've played in a lot of different poker rooms, a lot of different casinos, and certainly the Reserve has just a great atmosphere. And what you see here, the chat going back and forth and people enjoying conversation, not just so deadly serious about cards. And this is serious. This is a $250,000 prize fund.
Right.
But look, they're sitting around, they're having fun. They're enjoying the camaraderie with the other players. They're making new friends. That's what it's like to be at Reserve, as you just said.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I really appreciate about our club.
Bowersock now just took a hand down with the king or with the pair of kings or king on the river on the flop. Now he's going to flop middle pair with the best of it.
No, you never want to. Yeah, you just want to be careful.
Fisher's hand improves,
You know, it's gonna be great.
I'm not gonna be.
and he is our feature table chip leader right now. See if he's going to continue, and he does. Boy, they're having fun. I hate to interrupt them.
As it should be.
Great phone worth 2020.
Silly World Series of Poker screwing us up with nicknames.
T-Bolt just joined us, and he's echoing what you and I have to say. T-Bolt says, friendliest place I've ever played at. Yeah, T-Bolt, I agree.
We're the cheers of poker room.
There you go.
There, everybody knows your name, right?
And I would guess that Mr. T-Bolt is already teed up his schedule to get in the horse tournament for WSOP,
Yep.
and most likely the Big O
Big O.
High-Low.
Yeah, the big O.
And I can tell you for sure I'm playing both of those.
Okay.
I've heard there were people who believe in a flat earth, but I've never met one.
Good to know, because as I put together the schedule for commentating every day,
There you go. Yeah. Those two, I'm playing those.
my first question to the commentators that join me in the booth is, all right, what do you want to play? What do you need to play? I won't try to put you on the schedule for that.
Those are my top two choices.
All right.
And I so much want to play in those that, like Mike Gendron was talking about the 40-40-40, and so was Brian last night.
Right.
So when I looked at the schedule, like, oh, well, the 40-40-40 is a 2-day tournament, and day 2 corresponds with the day that one of those other 2 tournaments that I really want to play are in. So therefore, my choice is I'm not playing 40-40-40.
It will melt at a certain temperature.
I decided when I grew.
I know that for sure, because I cook it every day.
Chris Robert is one of our mixed game players, says, oh, yeah, he's playing the horse tourney. I would have expected that, Chris.
Depending on the mix.
Yeah.
Got a little summary here of those 18 rings in front of me. We'll probably come up with a graphic for that at some point when we get closer. There's a 100K. There's the mini main. There's a seniors. There's a 20K. No limit hold'em. There's the horse. The 40-40-40. 50K PLO.
Nice one.
It's going to be a big one. There's a monster stack.
That doesn't sound right.
There's the big 08. $25,000 prize pool guarantee and a ring. Then we've got a 50K double stack. That's the double bounty, yeah. And then there's the 50K freeze out, the ring event. Then we get to the main.
Wow, got quite quick.
Then the ladies, the 20K black chip bounty, deep stack, and then the closer. We talked about how we've got a closer here coming up this Sunday, and it is a trophied event. And the closer for
You're working at this, aren't you?
Closer for the
I like to call them empirical truths.
circuits events is also a ring event.
Another word for it.
18 of them.
That would, is
That's
that
one
one
word,
word or
though.
two?
That's one.
Oh, one word. Yeah, there you go.
For sure, yeah. Because in the vacuum of space, you can absolutely have combustion, right? The space is a vacuum.
Yes.
We were
But
kind
yet
of
you
talking
can
about,
have
you know,
lake, right? Because they.
Oh,
We talked about lakes too, but if the world's flat or round and water.
Yeah, we gotta entertain the people though.
Yeah, we're
yeah,
doing this strictly
if
to
the
the
world
street.
is flat, what happens if it tilts? All the water run off one end?
I don't know. Can you
Yeah,
go
that's
there?
that.
You gotta ask
Have
them,
you
I
ever
need a
left?
left.
Don't you understand you live in a prison?
Absolutely.
You know,
My wife is the warden.
Do you know? Do you know on the other side?
I like this guy.
There's a cell block right across the river from me, but I'm not allowed to go to that, that one, cause it's, you know, a whole other country.
I heard
They
you
draw
talk
imaginary
earlier.
lines and stuff, and they say this is where you have to go, and if you want to go here, you need papers to go here and here and here, but you can't go here. Where have you been? What have you done? What stories have you heard about a plane circumnavigating the globe? They circumnavigate east to west, correct? East to west.
So you do think the world.
Got 2 watts and a couple.
What is
of-
walk?
does.
I don't
He's
speak
scared.
on matters that I'm not.
Y'all are
expert
scared.
on.
Well, can you look at the satellites and stuff they have running around there.
I'm just sitting here learning geography, and this is good stuff.
Computer generated.
What about the ones you see in the sky?
Got a couple good questions here.
That's different.
It's
I'm
the amount
talking
of
about any image that you
No, I'm
have.
talking about.
Our senior event that we run, we consider it 50 and older. We'll have to get a confirmation as to a World Series of Poker ring event, what they consider to be senior.
According to NASA,
I believe at the World Series of Poker itself, it's 55. Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. So we will follow up on that. Very good question. Thank you very much. And then where is the structure sheet for this event? Go to the reservepoker.com. You can find that, but we'll ask the eye in the sky in the next dealer change to put up the structure for these, for the $250,000 prize pool main event of our summer series.
Didn't they just circle the moon and come?
Appreciate that
They
question.
took a whole bunch of pictures of Earth on the way.
But yesterday and today, if you're talking about the 11 a.m.,
No, those are made up.
Okay.
the late
Every
reg
single picture up to this day before.
concluded
this is
around
shot down
3 p.m.
NASA.
both days, and it'll be the same tomorrow, same structure.
We can't give you.
I don't know anybody in NASA.
So typically around 4 hours if you're going to play in the evening event that begins at 6. That means that late reg is going to end sometime around 10
What
p.m.
is the water in your bathtub when you fill it up?
Stays there.
And /11, I hope you
How about in your local pond?
Stays there.
found that helpful.
Doesn't, that goes all over. No,
When it's nice and still day, right?
Yeah.
Right. Where's the water that's lower
It's
than that?
not level though. If you go
Where's
like
it
a
going?
map, there-
Okay,
When it
there we
gets
have
too high,
it.
where's
It
go?
disappears.
Got two sources that flashed in front of me here
When the water in the lake gets too high,
saying
where's it
that
go?
the World Series of Poker circuit events
Which way is that?
are 50 years and older.
Downhill.
It's lower.
Oh, I just barely make it
For this.
What's the highest elevation?
by 19 years.
What continent holds the highest elevation?
You mean I missed 18 of these? What have I been doing?
I think
That's all part of
Jackie
the plan.
just spit out her beverage.
And she is watching and consuming, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. They tell you that it's down here. And if you want to go on a trade to it, you gotta go down to South America. They'll take you now on a guided trip.
Got a hand brewing here, folks. Going to raise to 8,500. The blinds have gone up 25-minute levels. 2,000, 4,000, 2,000, and
67, 70 in parallel. You expect-
Berland is going to 3-bet this to 20,000 now.
Even international, so you get parallel. There's been no private exploration past the 80th parallel. Okay. Now, what you guys.
How do you know that?
Big one.
Have you actually done the documentation? Have you been down there or have you talked?
It's all over where you research. There's it's part of the Antarctic Treaty, 1959.
So Craig will make the call, or he's actually going to shove all in here,
There'd be no private exploration.
and a snap call here from Berland.
And that's probably the worst hand you want to see when you shove with ace queen.
Yes.
Good luck.
Any smaller pair,
It's a tough spot.
You're flipping. I mean, you don't want to see ace king, obviously. You don't want to see aces king. So out of 169 hands, there's 3 you don't want to see, and bang, there's one of them.
I think there are those who wouldn't check for that. If they're going back.
I'm a builder, buddy. I'll tell you what the oldest level in the world is. It's a water.
Just a queen and a queen only. The computer knows there's only 2 of those left.
Now a 10. Nope, doesn't get there. Mr. Craig's eliminated. Thank you, sir.
Good night.
Check out the upper right-hand corner of your screen. 171 entries in today's Day 1C, the third of 6 flights for the $250,000 prize pool main event of our summer series. But it's not over. We've got a closer event at 2 p.m. on Sunday. Even if you make it to the Day 2 on Sunday and then get knocked out, there's going to be plenty of time to get into that closer event for $140. And yes, Slash, we didn't find that on our own website. We looked it up on the WSOP circuit event website. So we will do a addendum, if you will, to our schedule. Make sure that everybody knows that the senior event for the circuit is 50 and older.
It's one of the constants in the universe.
I really appreciate you bringing that up. An important question that we're going to hear more and more, I believe, as we get closer to October 29th.
Could be explained away. Gravity is so strong that it holds objects that are about to fall off.
The great overcourse.
Well, tomorrow is August, so we're getting closer.
We are getting closer. Time flies. Especially when you get over 50.
Here we got an ace queen all in again.
But yet a dandelion, you can take the
Ace jack's going to call for half of his stack. So here we go.
That's right. If you were
All 4 flushes available here.
Atmospheric pressure, it would fall at the same rate as the rock container.
in a
would.
vacuum.
Have you ever heard of Galileo? You know, with the
Hearts are live.
Complete fraud.
No longer. Now chop outs with a deuce, right?
Fraud.
Wow.
Okay.
Ace queen does it.
Charles Darwin, fraud. They're all fraud. That's why they put them up on pedestals.
3 or 8
That's why it's his story.
In my mind, I was thinking, wow, they're
Modern
modern
psychologists.
Cheering yourself up.
Every bit of
That I agree.
every single bit.
I agree.
Slash, the structure sheet is on the website. If you go to the website and then click on, well, here you go.
And now all we have is all this.
$400 buy-in, $40,000 starting stack, 25-minute levels, 6 starting flights, and all 6 of those are what you see structured there on the right. 4 levels and a break, 4 levels and a dinner break, and then end of registration. And then 4 levels break, 4 levels break, 4 levels break.
Look up how bad they suppressed anybody who was
$2,000 multi-bag bonus.
in the early 20s. Look what happened when we
And we're structuring that in this event.
Versus headphone size where-
In the Day 2, everybody moving into Day 2 is in the money. Those that have multi-bagged bonuses, that is included then for the cash that they receive on the Day 2, wherever place they take.
And as you and I were just talking, there's a feature on the website that not a lot of people use, I don't think, but it's really great.
Yeah.
So if you go to the reservepoker.com, look right up at the top of the page.
Yes.
It says, click here to download our mobile app
Yes.
for real-time updates. If you click that,
Yes.
and then go to any specific tournament, for example, this tournament, you click on the clock, you can see exactly how many people are left, what the levels are, you can see the entire structure for the tournament. So anytime you want to see that for one of the tournaments, it is available on the website. That's where you find it. And quite often in our flyers, we will post a structure, but in this particular case, we had so many events.
Oh, my
right?
goodness.
It's kind of hard to put
Yes.
all of that information out on the flyers that appear on the Facebook page, but it's certainly always available to anyone that wants to see it.
I know, that's what it says.
Hope that answers your question.
This is what he's listening to.
Yeah, that's what he listens to. One podcast.
Vic, we've got 87 watching, folks. We hope you're enjoying this live tournament poker action from the Reserve Poker Club in Toledo, Ohio. We would like to know, where are you
Yes.
watching from? Jump
We-
in there in the chat. Tell us where you're at.
Always want to know that.
Let's see how far of a geographic reach we have today.
It was a strange.
Even if it's just in Tiffin, let us know.
People watch from Tiffin?
They do.
Oh, my goodness.
They teach Latin anymore.
Latin's where it's at. All those languages are spin offs of Latin. And once you know
That's
Latin.
why they stopped Latin and cursive, he said.
Did you ever see the movie Idiocracy?
Yes.
Who here has seen that? Don't tell me you're not living in Idiocracy.
No, we're not quite there, but yes. We're getting
You're
close. We're getting close.
Atticus Simon Finch watching from Columbus. A hotbed of poker activity there in that part of the state.
It really is. Ace King of Diamonds here for Frederick. He's going to push all in with his remaining 5 big blinds.
I can't understand what's going on.
A couple of diamonds for Fisher, who is still the chip leader of this feature table. And no challengers.
How did they say?
He started laughing. I go, "What are you doing?"
That's funny.
We're not making fun of you. We're just having fun. Oh, okay.
It sure seems like.
That's fun. Great experience.
Played in
You should talk in different accents for
Yep.
Well, now I'm going to Google something.
Well, we were
Uh-oh.
on phone already.
Vic's dangerous when he starts
I
Googling.
know, I got to see if Atticus Finch had a middle name and it's Simon, or if Atticus Simon Finch decided to make that the handle. I do love that handle,
The
though.
lowest stakes here would have been equivalent to about,
Vic's dangerous when he starts doing research.
What did the cards look like?
Well, dangerous and boring. I sit there on the couch with my wife and we watch a movie that's historical, and I'll look something up.
Dr. Boring's not here today. Don't bring
Exactly.
him into
and
it.
that's
Come
kind
on.
of, I know, that's kind of the way she gives me a look like, did you really need to know that?
Hong Kong dollars. But once you kind of know the lines and stuff.
It's not a need, it's a want.
Absolutely.
There's not much you really need to know.
I'm glad.
There's a whole lot of things you might want to know.
I don't know how you sit there and believe the bullshit. You know?
Well, the reality is we don't.
I just love the table talk going on. These guys
Yeah.
are having a ball.
You don't know what you don't know. Hard to tell what's on the outside.
Gina LV watching from Philly. Well, thank you for joining us.
All right, they're going through a lot of miscellaneous facts there on the table. I'll throw this one out. Atticus Finch does not have a stated middle name in the books To Kill a Mockingbird or Go Set a Watchman. However, the character is heavily based on author Harper Lee's real-life father, whose middle name was Coleman.
Well, okay then.
Wonder why they signed the Antarctic Treaty in 1959, the only agreement that they.
I think Kevin Ewing is out driving a paver, fixing roads and watching the stream. The cheeseburger, as he's known around here.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all part of.
I like that movie.
It's all part of.
Friends watching.
Part you want to do.
Well, we'll probably see this table round off again to 9 as we get to 63 players remaining of the 171 in this flight. 11 from day 1A and 14 from day 1B puts us at 25. Add 17 to that. Halfway through, 42 players so far, making it to day 2.
How come the table's going to fill up since we have 63 players? Math check. 7 times 9 is 63. There should be 9 players and 7 tables. I get it. I had to use my calculator for that, though.
Oh my God.
Vic's doing math today. Watch out.
Outside, you know, and I think this might have happened
Gotta
one
love
time
it.
in my life. And I'm like, those are pretty good odds, you know? So maybe like I'm 50 something. I've only got shit on twice. That's pretty good. So I didn't really get
Yeah,
mad,
if
you
you
know?
wanted to shit on, you gotta wash your car and put it outside.
Right.
Instantly,
Yeah.
it'll be, you know, shit all
That will
over.
cause it.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not done so yet, you're enjoying the content that we put out here from the Reserve Poker Club in Toledo, all you have to do is subscribe. Hit that bell, subscribe to the channel, and then any and every time we go live, you will get a notification of some great poker action that you can enjoy.
Battle of the blinds and Cruz hits middle pair, bets out, quick fold. These are 25-minute levels.
Things are already wearing out. Harness.
Get new ones for the World Series.
That would be actually, you probably have more than one move on this, I would think. Maybe not.
Welcome, Preston Montgomery.
In the back, they'll put a new one.
It's gonna be interesting to see how, if it brings in more business or not on a regular basis.
Right.
Next version.
See, now we have two Martins. We got a K Martin and T Martin.
And still a few Michaels.
Don't see too many Gagers, do you? Repeating that name on the stream?
No.
No. I think there's another Flynn, a member of the club, although I've never met him or her.
Oh, yeah?
I believe so.
Huh. Well, that would be the third Flynn.
Well, yes. You caught me there.
Yeah, I like this. I think Frederick doesn't have a choice. He doesn't want to sit around and wait for much better than this because of being such a low stack. He's going to push it all in. It ain't over till it's over. He doesn't want a jack, but he'd love to see a queen or some clubs. Now he's got gut shot to stay alive. Oh, and it comes.
There it is.
Wow. Yeah, I'm glad I like that segue. I know the eye in the sky a little bit later will be scrolling along the bottom. My name is Vic Gager, and I am the live stream coordinator here at the Reserve Poker Club. And what that means is we have live stream cash games, and it's quite simple to reach out to me in a couple different ways. First of all, I'm on Facebook as Victor Gager, and you can send me a private message. We'll start communicating then by text. I'll exchange phone numbers. Also, my email address, vagager14@gmail.com. That's my first and middle initial, and then Gager, and I was born on March 14th. So reach out to me via that way, and that's really all it takes. If you want to be in the cash game live streams Tuesday nights, typically we do the regular Joe Poker Show Thursday, the No-NIT Thursday, and then on Saturdays the $550 sit and go. I have no influence during a tournament as to who gets on the live stream. That is all random with the table we move in there, and then the tables are balanced just like any other table in a tournament. So if you want to buy me a cup of coffee, that's fine, but it's not going to get you anything.
Ace Jack, Ace Queen, Ace King. We're seeing that quite a bit. Got an Ace 9 here. Suited King Jack.
Blinds had just gone up 2,500, 5,000, and this is a 2x raise. One caller so far, and everybody gets out of the way. Bowersock up against the feature table chip leader.
No
phone, sir.
I'm turning it off right now.
No, it should be at the cashier's table.
Well, there's Fisher making a move. Let's see how that works. Uh-oh. Got a phone. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
I think they hand them a slip in that spot.
Yeah, just never tell them.
Oh, wow. And that raise works. Gets the best hand to lay down. Nice play there.
I mean, I guess we can, well, it's not to see, it doesn't matter. If we go out.
Got 6 players signed up for that stick, so they're looking for 4 more to maybe sell it.
It is that time of the day when Jim puts together a $50 sit and go to get a buy-in to this, or basically to put it on your account. And we have started that now at the reserve. You can play in these satellites and take that, and you have a bank builder, and you can build your account and then use that any way you see fit. But he did one yesterday. He's going to do one today. I imagine he'll do another one tomorrow. And that is a sit and go. It's not just a
Not a one-hand flip?
Not a one-hand flip.
I like those. Those are so much fun.
The sit and goes or the flips?
Well, I like them both.
Yeah, so the flips are carnival. I love the carnival
The flips are
atmosphere with the flips.
Instant gratification.
They are.
When you do that one-hand Omaha flip and then people get side betting on the high spade and the high diamond and the low club and all kinds of crazy side bet action, it just makes it so much fun.
Yep. If you're just joining us, we are the Reserve in Toledo, Ohio. Our summer series kicked off on Sunday. Multiple events each day, coupled events each day, with the exception of Tuesday, which is like a multiple event, was the team event. Culminates into the main event, $250,000 prize pool guarantee, $400 buy-in. This is flight number 3 of 6, so it's day 1C. 10% from each of these flights moving to the day 2 on Sunday. The restart at noon. Everybody making it to the day 2 is in the money. Myself, Vic Gager, and I've got Mike Flynn in the booth with me today.
We have a raise to 11,000 total.
A little better than 2x here from Mr. Martin. The other Martin folds.
That's correct. That's good looking.
I remember where they were selling.
Bedford, Michigan.
Or not.
Thanks for joining us, Abigail. Appreciate it. Thanks for letting us know where you're watching from.
They also got rid of the water bottles. I was like, no, that's straws. You go in the new store.
I went in there, but I didn't get it.
Yeah.
I would have had, didn't I?
Black hat.
But it's on the
I know.
Oh my God, I swear it's the
dealer.
it's the same hand from last time.
Go
And it's
ahead
the same
do what you
high
did
call.
last.
I did like that. It's
You
no
gotta bluff
longer
with those.
I can't.
the horseshoe.
I can't.
Final table.
Maybe. Love it, Chris. Yeah, shit, go find some coppers.
Raise 30,000 total.
Patrick Fisher has really shown a desire to open up his range right from the get-go. Got into a big hand with 3-5 offsuit, and now he's going to raise, big raise with 7 deuce right into Bowersock with pocket queens. And now Berland has something to think about. He has seen a significant raise, a 3-bet. He's looking down at ace-jack diamonds.
They tell you what my cards were?
Commiserates a little bit and then folds.
such thing.
Sending a message.
That was funny.
He does get Bowersock to show.
Said we could've saw it
Guess
on
you
the
don't agree
replay.
anymore.
6-8.
And Berlin's feeling a little bit better about his fold, possibly.
Oh, 6-9, sorry.
Ace Jack of Diamonds against Queens
8-9 suited.
was probably going to lead to an all-in from somebody on that flop.
Good late.
You have to watch the movie later.
Oh, there you go.
We are going to start momentarily. That hand is nailed. We're gonna get started with those. Players to bind. That's long before you have to get that.
10,000 now total.
I gotta go.
Boy,
Oh my God. Excuse me. Oh my God. I just need to see it. I'm gonna go ahead.
I have a baby pair, so you're actually live.
I'm
You're very live. I only have two.
yeah, Kevin Carter, you're in a little bit better shape than you thought, but man, he sat down at this feature table and just went card dead.
Okay, Josh.
Can't blame him.
You love
Under 4 big blinds here. He's got to find some kind of spot. Doesn't pick a bad one and gets a jack right in the window. Has to fade just one remaining deuce, and he does. So new life here.
And that's why those are good cards.
Thank you. So earlier you didn't look. And you wanted to.
You've been just looking at your hands.
Yeah.
You need
look,
to
so
stop
you-
looking at your hands.
Oh my goodness. I've been getting terrible.
Vic, I just took a quick look at the main room.
Yep.
There are a whole lot of players that our regular viewers are going to recognize that are still left in this particular field.
Okay.
A lot of familiar faces out there.
All right. Good to hear.
He wish he would.
We're down to 55.
It has a name too, like Jack, that's Motown, so if it has a name, you gotta go with it.
Yeah, but that could have been the buzzers from Motown. Somebody we never heard of.
Raised 12,000 total, gentlemen, 12 kitty call. I think Wendy used it started then, didn't it?
Buzzards.
Yeah, the buzzers. Well, it's not like it's a real Motown. dude.
Bowersock raises it up from the cutoff with a 7-8 suited. Unfortunately, in the big blind, Mr. Cruz has aces. Let's see how this plays out.
No, they probably killed it.
Question on the chat here about the main event for the circuit. It will be a Millie, and it'll be the 5th Millie that the Reserve Poker Club has put on in our little better than 5-year history.
Doctors were paid to.
Thank you for the question. Go to thereservepoker.com. You can see all of the events, and there's an asterisk next to each one of those events that indicates that it's a ring event. 18 ring events during the World Series of Poker circuit here in Toledo, Ohio. And if you're going to be traveling to Toledo from out of town, and there will be a lot of people doing that. Also, go to thereservepoker.com and you can check out, we've got a few hotels on there that are giving special rates, and they are good rates, very good rates. Give them a call and say, hey, I'm coming to town to play at the Reserve, and they will honor that rate. Fisher, who's been aggressive here with a wide range of hands is just going to limp in with king 10 of diamonds. I find this very interesting. Now a raise in the cutoff from Berland. And a snap call here from Fisher, heads up, going to the flop.
Ace on the flop. Gut shot Broadway for Fisher.
Birds are not real, but clones are. Oh, shit, I'm just asking. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know.
He's trying to learn.
But I'm just saying.
He's here to
I've
learn
seen
this.
Single
birds.
organism on this planet has been cloned.
I've seen
And you
birds.
think they're just gonna stop one day and go, oh, you know what, no.
I haven't
After
seen-
Dolly
I
the
haven't
sheep.
seen anybody
Fisher
clone
fold is
birds.
king 10. Berland shows the ace.
We thought we were crossing the line, so we're just.
On to the next hand.
They just told us what they
And Vic, in a very short amount of time, we've lost the whole table. We're down to 54.
Yeah. 25-minute levels. We do 4 levels and then a break. So at some point we will be doing a 10-minute scheduled break. But that doesn't matter to Mike Flynn and I. We're going to continue to call this action until we get down to 18 players. 17 players are going to advance from this flight. And we get to 18, we go to hand for hand, and that'll be at the point at which we sign off from this particular live stream. Be sure to join us then on Sunday.
You saying we don't get a break, boss? What's going on? I'm
Well,
going to check my contract.
We get a break. It's, you know, got to stretch the legs.
There you go.
But it's not like we completely go away.
We never stop working.
We never stop working.
We're out checking with players
Yes.
and seeing what's going on and coming back and reporting that action. Oh,
Yep.
yeah, there's always something to do.
Yeah.
Somebody with an imagination wrote that.
There's a lot to that one, though. Red pill or blue pill, you know?
Yeah, 8 big blinds, pocket queens, small blind.
Let her rip, Tater Chip.
And this is an affordable call here for Berland. He's got a suited ace. He did raise. Not necessarily. Well, maybe he is pot committed based on this. 11,000 with 32,000 to call. And with a small stack like that in the small blind, you could put Frederick on just any ace, any, you know, 2 face cards.
Yeah, certainly with his stack size and his position in the hijack, excuse me, in the small blind, his shoving range there is going to be
Wide open. Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. But he is getting 3-1 on his money, and he's a 3-1 underdog. So the math is there, definitely in this point. He can afford to take this gamble, even though it's not a big one. And he's looking for an ace right in the window. That would help. And there it is. And Frederick without a heart.
And a
Oh, my. Wow.
That was fast.
Sure was.
Boom, get the ace. Queens are feeling heartbroken. Boom, see the queen. And the ace is thinking, I sure hope a heart comes out there we can at least chop.
You know better than that, Josh.
So we've got a double up.
Yeah, we were making sure.
Next time it happens, just go, sorry for you guys that don't.
Every once in a while, Vic, just every once in a while, the best hand free plop with the best equity actually wins the pot.
Yes.
I don't know how often. I mean, in that case, he was a 2-1 favorite, right? 66, 67,
Yep.
whatever it was. But,
You see two.
I mean, even...
Yeah, I said 3-1. I meant to say 2-1.
That's close
You're
enough.
right.
You know, it's your math day. You're allowed. Oh, here we go. World Series of Poker Circuit Event Series 18 ring tournament starting October 29th through November 9th. Ladies and gentlemen, get this on your calendar. You're not going to find a World Series of Poker Circuit anywhere around in the Midwest. And it's right here at the Reserve Poker Club. And I would say one of the nicest poker clubs you are ever going to find. My personal opinion.
We're going to do something that the other circuit events haven't done, and we are going to live stream every single day Also, we're going to do something that we don't do at the reserve very often, and we're going to be open 24 hours a day during that series.
He is my brother, though.
Because there will be a lot of side action going on, late tournament starts. Check out the schedule at thereservepoker.com.
What's that?
So here's what I'm wondering, Vic. Right now, on our channel, we have 6,760 subscribers.
Yes.
Now, that's a good question. I'd have to
So,
ask a friend and see.
Are we going to hit 7,000 before the WSOP, or is it going to be during the WSOP? I'm hoping it's before.
I'm hoping it's before. I think we got a good chance to get there before. And I think we've got a good chance during the circuit event then to double that. I really do. I think we can double our subscribers during the circuit event.
Well, that would be something. But as you were saying earlier, we have a regular Joe Poker show. It's a 1-3, no limit, with a $500 buy-in.
Yep.
If you're a Texas Hold'em player, the vast majority of people, that's the game they play.
Yeah, it is.
Right? Or maybe a 2-5, but
Maybe,
a
yep.
1-3 certainly. And we show you some of that action every week.
Every week.
A game that everybody plays.
Right.
You got to love that.
Yeah.
See, not you got-
And many of the players that come on our live stream cash games, really, they enjoy being on there, and it's a fun atmosphere. But many of them use it as a tool. They go back and watch the next day. Some of them are looking to see what their opponents did, but mostly they want to see, how am I handling myself at the table? Do I have any tells? Did I miss opportunities? Did I miss a read? Did I leave money on the table? And it's a great way to review your own play.
2.5 years later. He thought he was a year older.
And occasionally we have some really big cash games. You and I,
Yes.
not all that long ago, called a game where, if I recall, there was over $80,000 on the table by
Yeah.
the end of the night.
Yeah.
5-5-10, was it?
Oh, that's,
Yes.
Lily and son. Yeah, I was in the hospital when she had him. Because I had my son at the same time. That's how we found out how old he was.
That's crazy. So what about his paperwork?
The paperwork says he was younger. Actually, it said.
Raise and take it for pocket nines.
Almost 3 years younger. Right now, he thinks his birthday is December 3rd, and the lady that told us said his birthday is December 5th. The same day as her son. They were born in the same hospital, same time. You are my dad?
We don't have any real huge stacks in here, but we have some really nice stacks, right? 174, 188, 179. Those three guys, Fisher, Bowersock, Berlin, all right up at the top. And remember, you only start with 40,000. So you're more than 4x your starting stack. That's a good pace to be on.
That is a good pace. Yes, that's a great way to look at that. Ace, Jack.
What did I just see fold there?
I don't know. There was a raise. There wasn't a raise yet.
Yeah, they're 3x.
Oh,
15.
Berlin was in front of him. Okay. Well, he wasn't ready to put it in there with Ace Jack.
Apparently not.
I think it's maybe 40s or something. I'm glad I really instilled a little piece of.
I'm Googling that, even though.
Mr. Berlin gets some respect there.
28 minutes till I can get to my phone.
But see, here's the thing.
I'm gonna be very careful with the Google.
Here's the thing, there. Google thinks they want you.
How are we gonna find out about the Great Cold War? Do I have to go to the Smithsonian?
Get archived.
So we've got a question on the chat. Welcome, Ted's Tech. Ted's playing tomorrow morning. How many entries do you expect? And I'll answer it this way, and Vic will probably give you an over-under number. But we've got 171 in this flight. It's going to be way more than that tomorrow morning. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah.
It might be the most valuable thing I heard.
Yeah, this 171 in this third flight is setting an interesting pace for us. And so I might have said before that we're looking at 225 to 250. No, I think we'll be closer to 300 tomorrow.
Because AI is just
In the morning, and perhaps 10% more in the evening flight.
So that they actually have the actual script of that book. And I guess some judge ruled that if they buy the book and then destroy the book, that somehow it's not like copyright.
Ted's Tech, I hope that answers your question.
Massive warehouse.
Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. We will not be live streaming tomorrow. We will have our next live stream on Sunday. Around 4 o'clock, it'll be a feature and then final table. And we'll be here on Sunday until we crown a champion of this $250,000 prize pool main event for the Reserves Summer Series.
There's like 3 racks of books, and then the rest is just computers. And I'm like, oh, okay. So you live in your Fahrenheit 451. They're destroying the real truth and replacing it with, you know.
My mom was a librarian, I didn't, yes, sir.
You know the value of a good book.
Yeah.
You know, we raised to 30,000 gold.
Well, now that we're down to 49 players, that calculates to an average stack of about $140,000. So as you can see, we've got 3 players that are above that average.
First action in T2. That's 50,000.
And not one time you haven't had a better hand. Stop playing so large.
Fisher's got to decide if Bowersock is bluffing or not, and he decides he's got the goods, so he lays down his pocket sevens, even though he raised pretty good pre-flop.
Well, where'd you have that hand?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a different story.
And I think the eye in the sky just did a little rabbit hunt for us. If I'm correct there, it looked like a 7 was coming.
I was wondering, really? Is your license plate Nemesis? It is?
He has no clue. I don't know what your license plate says.
Doesn't say Nemesis.
Sometime in the next 25 days, one player you can start buying up all the 500 cities. That would really help, thank you.
I hear the floor announcing a color upcoming at the next break. So we'll get rid of those 100 chips. Oh, we got an all in. Bowersock on the button. 81,000 says all of it. Uncontested.
That's your worst nightmare.
Well, and I just know we have 2 Bowersocks in here. Wait a minute.
Turn next time, Fred.
First one to get you.
Oh, my.
M Bowersock, D Bowersock.
Oh.
And they're sitting right next to each other. How about that? I don't know
Somewhat, well.
if they're related,
I think
but
the resemblance is pretty strong.
yes, it certainly is.
Very interesting. You know what? I said earlier we had Bowersock on the table the other night. It's the other Bowersock.
Which one was it?
We had D Bowersock on the table the other night.
We raised to 16,000 total.
Carter picks up pocket rockets in the small blind. Berlin on the button raises with a suited queen 5. Let's see how small blind handles his stack. And of course it's going all in. He's only got 34,000.
Just start to warm up in here, isn't it? When we first came in, it was cold in here.
10 bodies at 98
Yeah.
degrees.
I need it.
I'm sure you're at it.
Ah,
you need it. Come on.
I do need it.
You do need it.
Berlin has 16,000 in. Only cost 18,000 more to call. Definitely getting the right price, and he does call.
There's diamonds.
And there's 2 diamonds.
There's the sweat.
Diamond, I'm chasing you home.
Diamond.
Red, but a heart.
Yep. The sweat was on for Mr. Carter.
So low stack doubles up yet again.
Again.
We're losing some players from this field, but certainly not from the final table. Or excuse me, not from the feature table. They are sticking around. We like this being on TV stuff. Let's just stay in here for a while.
That's right.
Some people love it, and some people are quite the opposite. You can see the range of big blinds. The chip stack computed the big blinds. Our low is 8.3. Then we've got a 13, several down below 20, and our big stack is 36. A couple at the mid-20s. So a lot of play left for all these players. T. Martin down at 8.3. He's got to start looking for his spot here pretty soon.
Clubs, first burn. Fold. Fold. Fold, fold. Fold, fold. Fold. Call.
Small blind decides to complete with an offsuit Jack 3.
Heads up.
The battle of the blinds.
And that small blind complete is going to get the best of it, and he's going to bet it out.
6,000.
Good bet. I mean, you got to think if your opponent had an ace with the table limping around, small blind just completes, and ace is most likely going to raise in the big. So you catch a part of that flop, you may as well bet it. Find out.
So were you out in Vegas? Pardon? Were you out in Vegas playing?
So I want to bring this up, this particular play that we just saw in this hand as an example. And keep in mind, I am not picking on Michael Frederick or anybody at this table. But to me, for Cruz to complete in the small blind with that hand tells me that he realizes that Frederick is a tight player. And that is not a slam, because there's so many different ways to play this game. You know, there's loose aggressive, tight aggressive, there's just loose, there's tight. You know, however you want to view that. But when you sit down at the table, particularly your person to your left, you're going to want to identify what you think their style is. And in my mind, Cruz making that call tells me that he feels that Frederick is not an aggressive player, that he has a chance here to get into the hand, and that Frederick's just going to check the big blind.
Certainly possible.
Same thing with putting out that bet by getting a piece of it, a moderate bet to get the information. And if Frederick, as he was, so far away from that flop, he knows there's a good chance, as a tight player, he's going to quickly fold. That's the process that I think is so important, particularly as the tables change, as players come and go. You have a certain amount of time, and not always a lot of time, to try to figure out what that type of player is.
Well, that's certainly an important part of the game.
It's so important, and it's something that you want to do. So I say that because they don't have, they don't have their phones here, but so many players sit down and they're on their phone, they're watching the ball game. They're they're in a different world. The better players, or the players that are working on their game on a regular basis, are the ones that even when they're not in the hand, they are watching the action. They are watching the movement. This isn't about picking up tells. This is understanding who you're up against at any given point.
For sure. And you may also pick up some tells along the way.
Yes.
And honestly, it's easier for me anyway to observe other players when I'm not involved in the hand.
Yeah, it's so much better. I've stayed every year. I usually stay other places like Rio or other
Yeah, Ted's Tech, you bring up a good point. We were talking at the beginning of our broadcast where we thought we would wind up based on this pace. I felt that we would be at least over $300,000 prize pool. I could go there. I think we'll get, I agree with your statement. We could get really close to $350,000 in this total prize pool.
Raised to 12,000.
Did you?
There's a bunch of reserves.
I had a good time out there.
And welcome Jay Flynn to the chat, another of our regular viewers, and also my lovely wife.
Yes.
Prefers to remain incognito as opposed to playing on the stream, and that
Yes.
everyone has their preference.
They do.
Compare that to Buddha, who plays on our streams all the time.
And shows every hand.
When I walked in, he said, "Hey, Mike, are you commentating today?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "I sure wish I was playing on the stream." He loves it.
He does. He loves it.
Oh, I booked the day the schedule came out. I just that was like a
Oh, when the schedule comes out?
Yeah, I do.
I like these copy hands. Ace-10 against ace-10.
Comes
Who's got
down,
the heart?
yeah, right? Particularly with a flop like this, it's going to come down to
Senior, super senior.
who has the
So 10 days.
right aggression.
1900. It was like
Right now, both of them want to stick around.
same 10
Before the
days.
prices go up, yeah. Yeah, I
The
waited.
advantage now goes to Bowersock
15,000.
with the heart draw.
I need to know when you're going. So, when's the
Carter floated once. He's faced with a bet on 2nd Street here. He's going to lay it down.
I wish
You
I
know
could.
what?
Nice bet by M. Bowersock.
No, you're asking. I played the $1,500 pre-shot out there. Got 21st. So,
Well,
it was
next
a
year,
good- it was a good
next
time.
year I'm gonna go.
What's that pay?
Yeah,
17.
what I figured.
I wanted to
Okay.
play the 800.
Yeah, it was a good run. I got some lucky hands in there, obviously.
You gotta have that.
Yeah, that-
You gotta have it.
Yeah.
I got the day 3 of the Millie with my dust this year.
I'm gonna need 3,000 for your ante first.
Got 117 watching. Thank you, folks, for watching this poker action that we're bringing to you this afternoon. Bringing you a feature and then, feature table for our Summer Series main event. This is the 3rd of 6 flights. As Vic said, we'll be staying here until we're down to hand for hand, which will be when we get to 18 players. We'll end our broadcast for the night, and then we'll be coming back Sunday to have feature and final tables all the way through until we have a champion for this main event. 250,000 guarantee, which everyone expects will be well over that.
All in.
Got another all in. Ace Jack on the button, limped around. Sure. Think that's a move most players would play.
Yeah, he's not going to risk more than 50% of his stack here with pocket fours. On the other hand, Pat Fisher has shown that he likes to get in with a wider range of typical, wider than typical, I would say. But not this time. About 40 minutes ago, he was at about 285,000. He's taken a couple of body blows here, so he's probably going, I would think. Let's see if he stays on that aggressive game plan. But there's a good chance he's going to modify his play based on the chip stack.
Well, we saw some big swings in stack sizes yesterday, didn't we?
Oh, didn't we? My goodness.
A lot of good people watching out there.
That's for sure.
Some of the constant.
Well, it's fun. Fun playing.
When I was there when the main was down to
Fold.
basically from 150
Fold.
down to the final table. So it was just like a circus in there.
Fold.
Everybody seems to be playing pretty cautious, pretty much kind of ABC poker at this stage of the game. Don't see anybody with a real high VPIP or super wide range.
That may have been a couple years ago.
I was playing that one too.
Calls.
I was sitting next to the guy named Anthony Dino.
Check. Heads up.
Cabral was coming over to our table talking.
Thank you,
You're
man.
here playing with the 4 people? Oh my God.
Yeah, Cabral walked into one of our thing and everyone's like, not like that. It's like,
Nobody hits this flop, but M. Bowersock has the nut flush draw here.
Martinez
And there it is.
I almost took him out like second hand. He had like two.
Unfortunately for him, Fisher has no piece of this except maybe a gut shot for the straight, which is a moot point now.
Check.
Backed up, so.
Barsock let a little bit of a rope out. He didn't get Fisher to bet into
No.
him. Now he's going to make a relatively small bet.
Took out Dan Shack and,
Fold.
But Fisher has nothing he can call. Doesn't even have a bluff catcher.
Fold.
One more card.
Oh, you do. There you go. Fold.
Table got a little bit quiet here.
Both cards on the, yeah. You got 'em now?
Pocket deuces, getting the muck under the gun
Both
plus
are on
3.
the C10. Fold. 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 Call and check. Heads up.
M. Bowersock versus D. Bowersock.
You know, when we're going battle of the blinds, a couple hands in a row, things have slowed down a little bit. But that's the ebbs and tides of this game.
10,000.
Yeah, nobody's really picking up premium hands here the last 2 or 3 hands.
Right.
Fold.
And betting just for betting's sake, in position, pays off. Take that, cousin. See you at Thanksgiving.
Jeff Leaps, welcome to the chat. Good to see you here, sir.
All right, what other conspiracy theories we got? Which one haven't we covered yet?
Well, I thought the flat Earth was a good one.
What about Canada?
And pandas aren't real. And what were the other
No,
ones?
pandas were real, they're just owned by.
Oh, that's right. They're owned by China. Yeah.
Properties of water.
Oh, no, that's a true statement.
If you accept what they tell you is, where you live.
Fold.
And they seeded.
I personally don't. I tell me something different.
It's reading them now.
Oh,
Fold. They should are on the dot.
For sure. I thought
The
it
level of the world
was
is lost. You live on a perfectly flat plane. The rest is pseudo bullshit.
Fold, fold, fold around.
Actually, water isn't flat.
And Mr. Fisher picks up the pocket
That's
kings, the Cowboys.
7-mile curvature on the water on the ocean. Look it up.
Your doctor did
Lighthouses.
Lighthouses when we're,
They don't.
30,000.
That's why they're
Makes
still
a big
bucking out.
raise here.
Like 7.5 curvature of the earth. They build up tall, otherwise they build right on the earth.
Fold. Fold.
Have you ever been
fold.
tested? I mean, like IQ, genius level, or, because you know things that no one else
There's
knows.
no one thing, it's a gyroscope and everything that proves that you live on a flat stationary realm. And anything, the stars rotating around. I mean, if you look at the skies, if you investigate.
It started at our
That's
original.
what I wanted to do.
No, this started at our original.
Just getting a little
It's
quiet.
been going- We've all been together for hours.
Yeah, it also got a
Tell you
little
the
quiet.
circumference of the earth is
When
26,000
you've been together since 11
Yeah,
o'clock.
it's not
you
that
set
far.
Around or straight from end to end?
Equator, the
Oh.
circumference, okay? 26,000
To the
miles,
people at the
okay? That's not that much, it's not that great a distance, okay? So
Fold.
in that distance,
Under the gun for Cruz, 10-8 of hearts, and oh, I thought he called. Sorry.
Fold.
every mile,
Yeah, those suited one gappers, they look attractive.
Fisher going from kings to fours now,
6.
and he went from about 285,000.
All in.
He's at 127. He's going to push all in with the blinds at 3,000, 6,000, and 3,000. We do have a 10-minute break coming soon. Not sure if it's this hand, but it is coming within a few hands.
He's about
Just to
4
give you a
hands.
heads up so that you've got time to go feed the dog or let the dog in
I think it's about 4 more hands.
or put some more ice in the beverage that you've got. I'm not naming names.
You have a lot
You can raise with
of
that.
So there you go.
Well, I had to go with that. With the hand.
could've folded.
You can't blame it on me. I have my standard zero sugar Gold Peak sweet tea right here with me. You can smell it if you want. There's no extra stuff in it.
I should have folded mine.
Well, you know me. I don't have any in front of me, but there's always brown water nearby.
No, I just
No,
raised.
he just.
There we go.
Oh, you raised, okay.
I was hoping to get out, but you only had like 8,000 more, so I
Yeah.
can't fold.
Oh, that's right, he just.
Fold. Call.
They
Fold.
wanna tell you that the 2 luminaries that you
Fold,
visually.
fold, fold, button fold.
You leave tonight, you see
We have
the-
flight number 4 for this main event starting here at the reserve in about an hour. So
Yes.
if you are available and want to play, come on down.
Pseudoscience bullshit.
Got an ace queen all in for 41K.
I think if you look at the science or whatever.
Yeah, this time I don't think Tim Martin is going to engage. He did just limp in. He can get away from this.
I don't know.
And if he's watching the same hands
So is the sun.
that we are coming from Carter, Carter has really not been going in
You got propitious
thin or
rays,
weak.
so when the sun is in the sky and you see those rays coming down at an angle, like Jesus is up there, and you're like, God, beautiful, beautiful. That's 100% impossible. When the sun is 400 million miles away.
As you predicted, he lays it down.
Yeah,
Rays are not
yeah.
gonna happen.
Yeah, they will, because of the atmosphere. The atmosphere deflects the light. Moisture deflects the light. How do you think a prism works?
Bro, listen, I know odds, dude. For something for 400 million miles away, to line up in the sky with the moon, and they, like, quarters in the sky, and they go like this, and one disappears into the other.
It's all perspective.
It is all perspective.
So if you
You
got
believe
this thing
something-
here and you've got that over there.
Listen, we have a good discussion, but I already know, like.
I don't know about you, Bigfoot. I would much rather be the guy that's
Can I get
making the
5?
all-in shove
Yes.
with a hand like that than the guy that might call one with
Yeah.
Fold,
a middle ace. Let's
Yeah.
call it that.
fold,
Not a position I like to be in.
Fuck is my jetpack, that's what I want.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Can't tell you.
I like
Alright, I like talking to
the
you.
4-letter word fold much better than I like the 4-letter word call. You know, my MO typically is if I'm going to get into a hand, I'm not just going to call. I want to be leading the charge, and if somebody feels compelled to go over the top, I really have to think about it if I'm going to call.
shows queen.
Mike Gendron joined us on the chat. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
It was enjoyable listening to you and Vic call it yesterday, and he's pointing out what's with the likes.
Yeah, give us some likes.
Far too low with this many watching. I'm starting to get a complex, Vic. I think it's me. They don't like me for some reason. I don't know why.
I did
But the
too.
nice thing was is that my older sister.
Usually a pretty likable guy.
If you had to think about it.
I have no evidence to the contrary. Absolutely none.
Yeah, exactly. Oh gosh, I was killing you then. You would have definitely had to.
Fold,
Stay together.
And ace queen suited.
We got T. Martin, Frederick, Carter,
fold,
all right there at the 10 big blind level. So we're starting to see some all-ins.
40,000. Fold,
Berlin takes it up to 40K with pocket jacks.
button folds. Small line folds, 40,000.
Same decision here for Mr. Martin, T. Martin. This time he's got a suited ace-8.
Big line
He says,
fold.
no,
Yep.
I've got to let that one go too.
6 callers to make this one work.
Mr. Fisher lays down pocket 5s, understandably so.
I like Bowersock. His math there was, this takes 6 callers for me for this hand to make any sense.
Well, that's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
4 callers is going to give them pretty good equity compared to 5 hands with that hand.
Alright, I guess it's gonna be trash. I'm not gonna play it, so.
Fold, 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 fold.
Carter this time with pocket 7s in the hijack.
Call.
Just flats.
Fold. Fold. Call.
Look here, a hand I can call with.
Checks.
All right, 3 players going to the flop as we come pretty close to a scheduled 10-minute break here. The 7s still in the lead, but not a great flop for 7s. Check around to a free card.
Yes, it was check, check. Sorry, Jack. Check. 20,000.
Pot size bet.
Fold. Fold.
He did hit a 3 on the turn.
There
Time for one more.
goes. Oh, yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah, one more hand.
Here we go.
James Kirkley.
Oh, yeah.
You're funny eyeing this guy. I wouldn't do that.
Small, big.
What's he saying?
He says if they don't like Mike Flynn, the only reason he could think of is I must have bad beat somebody.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen. I'm on the other end of those.
Fold. If you raise to 16,000. If you're not in this hand, you are on break. And
There you
y'all's
go.
It's gonna be in seat 1 when you come back.
You heard Denise say it. This is the last hand before break, and then we will have a 10-minute scheduled break. So don't go far, folks. Replenish your refreshment, get some snacks. Getting close to dinner time.
Fold. Button folds. Small blind fold. Big blind fold. Hang on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are the reserve in Toledo, Ohio. Day 1C, the third of 6 flights for our summer series main event. And we're going to be back here in 8 minutes and 56 seconds. So please come back and join myself and Mike Flynn as we call this action until we get down to hand for hand at 18 players today. And we are back. We are the reserve in Toledo, Ohio. This is the $250,000 prize pool guaranteed main event. Day 1C. Myself, Vic Gager, and I've got Mike Flynn, and we're going to call this action until we get down to 18 players. It's going to go hand for hand at that point, and then we will sign off. In the meantime, we've been bringing you some really great action here on this feature table. 10% from each of the day ones advancing into the day two, which the restart is Sunday. Everybody that makes it to Sunday is in the money.
You're in the money.
Yeah.
And if you double bag, you're really in the money.
And we'll get the table audio here back on shortly, because there's been some interesting table audio going on so far. This has been very lively table conversation-wise. Love to see that.
And the conversation topics have been very unique.
Yeah. Blinds kick up here, 4,000, 8,000, 4,000. We did get a color up going during the break. Berland is just going to limp in and flop an open-ender. Bowersock with bottom pair. And being the feature table chip leader, definitely going to want to see another card. And with that, turn, yep, right on cue. He's going to put a bet out there, 10 grand, and a smooth call. 8 outs going to the river for Berland, and that's not one of them.
He's going to keep betting that 6. Takes down a nice pot.
I like it. I really like that play.
Should have put Jesus in there with Doyle Bronson.
With Doyle?
Yeah, and Doyle.
Oh, sorry. It's all right, we can blow up the pot.
Straddle.
Better than earlier.
As you can see, we're down to 38 players. We started out this flight with 171. That with every player starting with 40,000 in chips, that takes our average stack at this point to 180,000. The interesting thing about this feature table is we only have one player that's above the average field stack. That's unusual. That tells me there's some pretty big stacks in the outer room, Vic.
Yes.
I need to move your next big blind. Oh, man.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Okey dokey. All right.
Today's floor manager, Adam Sugg, a.k.a. the Professor,
Gotta run.
Yeah, seriously.
coming in to keep these tables balanced.
It was fun.
We didn't get to ask her about the boat.
And I've had players ask me about what's the protocol for when we're balancing tables. And as you can see,
I didn't get,
Adam came in and said, I need to move the next big blind. And that's exactly how we do it here at the reserve. When it's time to move a player to another table to balance the tables, we will take the next big blind as that floor person comes to the table to retrieve a player.
And for us, that is a standard and consistent procedure. I'm not picking on anybody. Some players might. I know it happens from time to time where a player finds that within a 4 or 5 hour time period they get moved 3 or 4 times. Well,
That looks safer to look up in Google.
the luck or maybe the unluck of the draw.
Can be found on that.
Here's a significant raise from the dealer. And there is the all-in with ace-king. Bowersock may feel like he's committed to this, plus It's not a significant portion of his total stack to make this call. We have seen Carter really just doing this somewhat with premium hands, and I think Bowersock recognizes that.
That's it.
And I always find there's pros and cons when you get moved in the middle of a tournament. First thing is you can't end up at a worse position relative to the button because you were going to be the big blind. So if you get a reprieve for a couple of hands, good for you. And it might just be that you get in a better position relative to your stack size, that you might be more comfortable with the player configuration and the makeup of the table. You just never know. Personally, it doesn't bother me when it's my time. It's my time.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me either.
$22,000. Oh.
Yeah, that's not an easy decision to make. Although D. Bowersock has been pretty quiet. He's probably going to get a little more respect for that raise than some other players.
Yeah, and it's also tough because if you're sitting there at 10 bigs and you got to put another almost 2 bigs in there,
right?
Now you're taking yourself down to 8 bigs. If you don't hit it, what have you done?
Yeah.
So if you're going to make that call there, you pretty much have to be committed to play the hand out if you hit any part of it. Ace 9 small blind. Raise and take it down. Nice play. There's an aggressive move under the gun +1, King 8 suited.
This looks like some of the aggression we saw from him when we first started this feature table live stream.
That's a Mike Gendron move. Don't wait to get me under 10 bigs. Let me shove it when I got a little more to make him think about. And Mr. T. Martin.
Yeah. He's got to make this call here. He can't sit around and wait for another hand, and he's going to be pretty happy when he sees what he's up against. So Tim Martin's Day 1A tournament life at stake here. But a 2-to-1 favorite. And here comes the flop.
Some MILLIE cards. There we go. Come on.
2 spades for a sweat.
Yes.
And a much needed double up there. We are down to 36 players, 171 entries for today. 17 of these players will move on to the Day 2 and join the 11 players from Day 1A and the 14 players from Day 1B.
No, he lost the first time when the guy went against Jesus. That guy over there won. that was sitting in that seat before you
He had
came.
3-5 that year.
Yeah.
It's half full of 5-3, they're almost full.
Strong ball. This one.
And we are down to 36 players, playing down to 17 today.
Oh. Oh.
Here's a player that just came in, Mr. Barnes.
Oh.
Nice stack.
Oh.
Not a Bengals fan, but that's a nice shirt.
You're a Bears guy, right, Vic?
Absolutely. Born and raised. And forever.
Oh. Oh.
Here's a playable hand in the hijack.
Oh.
Cruz with an ace-queen. Is he going to shove? Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Very understandable play there. And nobody picks up a hand to contend with him.
Go against some good reason.
Yeah, maybe 8-4.
Off to our next hand. Couple of weak kings hit the muck. Carter wakes up with pocket tens.
All in.
8.5 bigs. There you go. Pretty reasonable play. Let's just get it in there.
Downtown. Downtown. Oh. Downtown. Jazz music. Oh. Circle, circle.
Jesus, still the friends.
2 copy hands. All 4 suits active here.
Oh, the same hand.
They're gonna laugh.
I had this hand. This room is cursed for me. So I had tens against eights, and he hit an 8. So you're gonna get spades or clubs on the spot.
I hope so, thank you.
Thank you for the sentiment. Absolutely. It's nice to have the cheering section from your opponent.
It's a chop.
And they chop it up. Hey, I want to do a shout out here. Mr. Martin there in seat 1, and very loyal customer here to the reserve. Not only does he play the big events, but he's here for many of our nightly events, and just a great guy. And he is the owner of Pickle Zone. If you are into pickleball, and that is located in, I think, Holland, Maumee area, Holland, Ohio. And he has a lot of fun with that.
I did not know that, Vic.
Yeah.
Oh.
Me, on the other hand, I'm the owner of my truck. And my iPad here. I own that too.
Okay.
You can turn the air down.
I once had a boat with a name on the side that said "Only Asset."
That's cute.
Raise to 20.
Speaking of Mr. Martin in the cutoff, King Jack of Diamonds, he's going to bump this up better than 2x. And nobody's going to challenge him. He's slowly starting to build his stack back up again.
Boaters can sure come up with some pretty unique names for their craft. I always get a kick out of whenever Jackie and I are down in Florida and we're having a nice meal down at one of the restaurants by the marinas.
Yeah.
You just kind of take a look at the boats and you just get some real big chuckles out of the names people come up with for their watercraft. Nice little suited connector, but tough to play with your stack size in that position.
Under the gun, and I think we'll see a raise here. Cruz wants to see where he stands with these nines in early position.
24.
He's going to do a 3x raise. And this time it's going to go all the way through.
And I've noticed that most of these players are acting very quickly on their hands. You don't always see that.
No, and we certainly didn't see that last night. As I mentioned, we had three basically professionals, professional poker players in our feature table, and definitely a different MO in their cadence than what we might typically see. And we talk about that cadence here on this live stream on a regular basis. I find it very interesting to observe, particularly if someone has a very consistent cadence. And I have called you out time and time again on this live stream, Mike. You seem to have a very consistent cadence.
Thank you. I try to develop that.
And I was going to ask if that was something you worked yourself into a discipline with that, or if you just kind of always had that.
No, it's intentional on my part.
Okay.
Make sure people know it's, yeah, exactly. People got to know it's bones.
Jack 10 shove takes it down. And it's hard to do because sometimes you get excited, but you don't want to give away too much by that. And timing tells are a real thing.
Yes, they really are.
Yeah, there you go.
And I equate that to, you know, a good quarterback gets the snap and has to have that discipline of 1/1000, 2/1000, and I better get rid of the ball.
Yes.
Or I better find something to do with this ball. And that is a discipline, right? That has to happen. And I don't think it's anything less than what a poker player needs to do if they want to take their game to the next level. Here we go, Frederick now. Just a little bit better than 5 big blinds. Another all in here from Tim Martin.
Looks like the proverbial poker tournament flip. You just see them so often. In this case, two unusual hands, suited queen jack and pocket sevens.
Jack queen two. I'm kidding.
It's funny, I did too.
Somebody's telling fibs out there.
I think so.
If all them jack queens were folded, we wouldn't have 54% VPIP. Flops is a flush draw on top of the jack and the queen. Doesn't get there though. Pocket sevens maintain. And we lose another one.
Yeah, and Michael, real pleasure having you here on the live stream. His very first time on the live stream. Might be his very first time in the building. And that's another thing we see time and time again with these big events, our series and our main events. So many new faces.
Yes,
every single time.
Vic, you were talking about using the live stream as an opportunity to study your game.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about timing, and I appreciate your compliment. Jackie and I, not all that long ago, were watching a stream that I played on, and she brought up to me a timing tell on me that she noticed. And I went back and watched the 2 or 3 examples, and I said, son of a gun, you are right.
Wow.
So I immediately recalibrated. But to your point, when you play on this live stream, it gives you a really good opportunity to go back and study your own game.
Heads up action here. Battle of the blinds. Yep. Tim's going to bet out top pair.
See, almost ready to preach now.
Would've been the same, yeah, chips won.
Yeah. That's what I figured.
Too expensive.
And if you're just joining us, we are the Reserve in Toledo, Ohio. Thank you very much for joining us today. As Mike mentioned earlier, if you like what you see, there's a few things you can do to help us. Number 1, hit that thumbs up. Helps us out on the algorithm here on YouTube. And then subscribe. And when you subscribe, you'll notice there's a bell, and you want to click on that. And you will get notifications then when we are going live. While we have somewhat of a regular schedule when we don't have big events going on. That regular schedule does get interrupted and a little variation, so it does help to get those notifications because you don't want to miss the action here at the Reserve.
Thank you.
There has to be some chipsticks out there. Yeah, our table.
Right in Bowersock wheelhouse, but under the gun, let some of these smaller stacks fight it out.
Yeah, tough to play that hand under the gun. If you're in a cash game, you don't mind.
Right.
In a tournament, altogether different. My opinion.
Yeah, you've got, 3 players at or around or below 10 big blinds. And you want to see some of that. You want to see some attrition right now.
Well, and we're at that stage in this flight. 17 players are going to make it through.
Yeah.
We have 33.
Yep.
So if you're sitting there playing and you're looking around the table, you're thinking, I got to outlast half of these players. And that certainly has a big impact on how you might choose to play.
Exactly.
You ever looked up the jet fuel, folks?
Now, having said that, you also want to build up your stack as best as you can to have the best bag possible going into day 2. But it's not, you can't always do both.
Right.
Sometimes you just got to live to fight again.
Ace King now for Mr. Barnes.
Equivalent of 60,000 gallons.
Going to bump this up 2x. 9s again.
Scale next to the plane, and they're like, make this make sense. They tell you all this fuel is, and that's a lot of fuel.
I can see Cruz making this call,
They use the jet fuel, right?
but he's going to step it up here with those pocket 9s. 3-bet this to 32,000, leaving 73 behind. And we'll see if we'll see a 4-bet in our future with Barnes's Ace King.
And you visually look at something, you're like, yeah, it doesn't.
Oh, Ace Queen of clubs.
How does it not slosh around in the wings,
We've got a big hand brewing here, folks.
Bladders. Yeah. Multiple bladders.
There's an all-in.
Yeah, for sure. Rubber bladders.
And an immediate reaction here from Mr. Cruz.
And like the tankers, it's all divided into compartments, so it doesn't slush around that much. But that's a lot of fuel, man. That's the jet fuel hose in it, yes.
100,000 pounds, so B-52 jigs, I used to work on those, should know that.
Oh,
And a body blow by making that 3-bet, and he lets it go. And decision time for almost all of his money, but he lets it go. And Barnes is going to be a gentleman here and show the ace-king.
I think that's the first hand he's played since he got moved to this table. Maybe the second.
Maybe the second.
But certainly the first time he's come out there and made big bets like that.
He would have held ace king never hit for me.
No, if I had jacks, everything's on it. Pretty much snapped off my 32.
Mike Sexton used to say, "What, you're only a double
Didn't
with one
feel-
hand?"
I ended up like 5%.
That guy was great. Well, you're only a dog with one hand. Gotta be skilled.
At 11% per second.
Like 5 10 seconds.
You got, even if they ever slide over a little, you're supposed to be like right in front of the club.
Okay.
As you can see, this is day 1C, or the third of our 6 flights for our Summer Series $250,000 guaranteed main event. 3 more flights to go before we have a day 2 restart on Sunday. 1 more tonight, starting in about 20 minutes or so, and then 2 more tomorrow. So if you want to get in here, come on and play. And now we've got an all-in.
And it's a mystery hand. Although he shows one of the cards as everybody folds around.
Did you ever hear the theory about the Grand Canyon is like ancient Egypt, and that Utah, or Utah's where the Mormons are, that is actually like all that whole, like the Mississippi fits into the Bible as the only river having like 7 tributaries. It's a whole theory, but then the Grand Canyon is these like restricted areas where supposedly Egyptian.
There's a big stack move right there on the button.
At the bottom.
Queen 6, bumping it up to 23,000, almost 3x.
The cage found in
Barnes
the-
looking like he wants to protect that big blind, and he does with King 4 of spades.
Look, yeah, look at, watch the movie National Treasure. Oh, yeah, that's the whole thing.
They were just pretending to be building faces, but they're really.
Advantage,
Yeah, that's right.
pre-flop
The
aggressor,
Freemasons
does
plus
not
the-
make a continuation bet.
All the gold and stuff that they.
And I wonder if Mr. Barnes wants to take a stab at this.
16.
Don't tell me you guys ever watched that Curse of Oak Island show. I watched that like a couple times, like every commercial.
And
break
M
they
Power
do.
Sox raises to 5th.
They
Strong
never
move.
find
They
it.
never find anything.
That is a strong move.
Really is.
Supposedly they did.
Gets the best hand laid out. Very nicely played.
Yeah. And if that was his game plan, as you know, he makes that raise pre-flop in position, only gets 1 caller, might have had that move mapped out already in his head like a chess player does.
You certainly have to be thinking farther ahead than
Yes.
the current action.
Right.
If not, you're going to get yourself in trouble.
Another good rabbit hole you can go down to is
All in.
Cabbage Patch Kids and like the orchestra.
D Bauer Sox goes ahead, ships it with an ace-10 on the button.
There's like a reset.
Great hand in that position.
All the San Francisco Fire, like the
Queen Jack folds, raise and take it.
The Cabbage Patch Kids for the park.
Pick up the blinds and the antes.
And we've got a dealer change here at the reserve. Update here on this feature table, chip count. We have two players that are very evenly matched chip-wise.
Yeah.
And really just a couple of players that yellow flag is up in their head. Got to try to get something going here. But Carter has really been that guy where it just continues just to hang on. As soon as you think he's in trouble, boom, he gets a double up.
And then they take the kids and then they repopulate their whole town. So their theory doesn't hold a ton of water or weight until you look into the fact that they show you these capital buildings that every state has these majestic capitals for us, and they were built like at the same time. There's no pictures they can ever find in construction. Children buildings, they can never find any. The buildings are already there, and there's nothing around it. So they kind of think that these buildings, the story behind all these buildings may not be a true story. That's why they
Sorry,
call
I'm
them.
just thinking about the Cabbage Patch Kids.
Well, it's a deep,
Like,
it's a deep
if you have a Cabbage
It's
Patch
a
Kid
deep
as a
hole.
kid,
I'm not gonna lie.
and you end up like.
Okay, Martin takes this opportunity to move all in with pocket sevens under the gun +1 with a little over 9 bigs. Notice that our blinds have gone up. They are now 5,000, 10,000, 5,000.
Indeed they have. And now, will Carter continue to do this
At the same time, the whole
dip
town around it was
and double up,
wagons.
dip and double up?
Horses and wagons.
Pocket
You know,
jacks.
so certain
I don't think
stuff
there's
goes
any
on.
decision for Carter to make here.
I don't think so either.
One day, the Cabbage Patch movie.
But we have seen
You got some
stranger
beer
things.
there? You want beer?
Oh.
He lays it down.
That hurt.
Last time
Wow.
you did that, you went all in. So.
Yeah, I was getting nervous. My butt cheeks were tight.
You're like, aces.
You got a pair?
Yep, I did.
Okay, well, I had a pair too. But I,
2 pairs then.
yeah, I was worried about yours though. I wasn't getting the button out, I would've did it. Pair jacks.
What?
Yeah. Honestly, I did. Yeah.
Maybe that's all, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, my thing is, I'm like,
This way, this the, I'm calling it. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm calling it.
Not a
at this
good
point,
hand.
I should've called it.
It's really not a good
But,
hand.
I mean, not
Jacks
against,
are,
King, queen, all these things.
that's what I'm saying, is there's too many hands that can beat me.
I'd go to war with it too, man.
And Carter's explaining why he played that hand the way he did. And certainly, there are a number of hands that could have went all in ahead of you that could be ahead. No doubt. There's also a whole lot of hands you might be flipping with, and in this situation, there are a number of hands that you could just be a 4-to-1 favorite on if they have a smaller pocket pair. Yeah, you got to consider all of those things.
Yeah, way before.
I'm a boomer to now being born in the.
I didn't even remember the Cabbage Patch Kids being in the game.
Cabbage Patch Kids.
You're killing me, giving me these pairs I'm not playing.
They all had tattoos.
That's the garbage pail.
Now this raised by D. Bowersox in the hijack, that was a move there.
Yes, it was.
He puts almost a third of his stack out there in the hijack position, basically sending a signal to the table that if you call, you can expect me to be ready to get the rest of my stack in here. That's a strong
Somebody
move.
does it first, nah.
At least that's what it means to me.
Here with him, nah. He ain't been playing that many hands.
Because I've been getting Jack 4, Jack 5, Jack 7.
Welcome Preston Montgomery and Keith James. Glad to have you here on the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, I just got in the game to me. Yeah.
And I'm not ignoring the people that were talking about pizza during the break, but I do not want to give any lead in to Vic to start talking about food, so I'm just not going to comment on it.
Telling you, Mike Gendron last night, he was killing me, man.
I know.
He was pulling the Dom DeSano on me. All that food talk.
Check.
23,000.
Bet of 23,000.
They both hit an 8 here. Nobody's got a spade.
Correct.
Nobody's got an ace. So K Martin going to bet out 23,000. Decision time here for Tim Martin. And I can tell we've got some new people joining us here on the live stream.
First card on the closer, dude.
Thank you very much for joining us here at the Reserve in Toledo, Ohio. Special edition of our live stream where we're bringing you some tournament action. Day 1C, the third of 6 day ones for the Summer Series main event, $250,000 prize pool guarantee. This is a $400 buy-in. Everybody starting with 40,000 starting stack. And they got started at 11 a.m. this morning.
We're doing a reseed at 27.
I'm Vic Gager, and I've got Mike Flynn calling the action. We're going to give you this action until we get to 18 players gets to hand-to-hand.
35,000.
And then we will sign off. The Reserve live stream will come back on the air Sunday at 4 o'clock for feature and then final table of the main event restart. A 3.5x bet here.
Good luck, Colin.
Pocket fives.
That's fold.
French and cake.
What is that?
Oh, and a 5 goes in the muck.
That's 53,000.
Feel fair?
No.
Good.
The old tournament race. Here we
Yeah.
go.
Crew's looking to dodge an ace or a jack.
Under pair versus overcards.
Counterfeit. Low.
Picks up more outs. The ace jack does.
Oh, my
And
God.
there it is.
Oh, wow.
Runner, runner, Broadway.
Hurts so bad on the river. Nice hand, Mark. Thanks.
All right, time for the big draw.
That old saying, nothing funner but runner, runner. I
Yeah.
always say, for who? not the guy that got beat.
Yeah.
Wasn't nothing fun about that for him.
They probably didn't even count him.
Yeah, besides the winner, it might be fun for the people watching.
So they pause the clock.
But that's it. And this takes D. Bowersock now to another level than what he's been battling with the whole time since he got to this feature table. Going to get some breathing room. Blinds at 4,000, 8,000. Oh, I'm sorry. No, they jumped up, didn't they? 510.
Step one goes all the way.
Yeah, we're at
They were
510.
at 5, 10, 5, 25-minute levels. Go to reservepoker.com. You can check out that information as well as our daily events here, open 7 days a week.
One of my favorite hands. Really? Seriously. Fours. Nope.
Aces.
4-7.
410?
4-7. 4-7. Even better.
Well, that's one of those. I have a favorite hand that most other people would look and go, oh, really? 4-7 is one of your favorites. Got it.
Got it.
Let me mark that down.
Yep.
Slow down, Billy. New players got to take big blind in the second.
Yeah.
10 to call.
Yeah, based on the player count, I would expect that the floor tournament director is going to be bringing us in another player here very shortly. Carter seems to be getting a little bit frustrated here. He's got hands he just really wants to play, but he's laying them down. Probably glad he didn't. Oh, boy.
Snap call here from Fisher after Martin goes all in with pocket jacks.
And Fisher's tournament life on the line here.
I had an ace myself.
I had king 10.
And he's in trouble equity-wise. 84-16.
He's Broadway's. Come on.
The computer knows that there's one ace left, and it doesn't come for Fisher.
Should I fold it out till? No, I can't drive back down here, right? I had to go in with that.
Next one's at 6.
Yeah, he got it.
Praise Jesus.
Oh,
He was wrong, and I folded like ace 4 or something like guns and guns.
I'm just gonna say he's all of your friend. That guy, man.
Interesting character.
And you said it. Character.
That's the only way you can describe that. Well, I
Character.
don't think I've ever met anybody that way
Yes.
before.
No, pretty unique.
Yeah.
Maybe he was trying to rattle people.
No, that's his personality. That's him.
You rattled me when I came in. I was like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah.
Couldn't think.
Yeah, that was pretty weird.
Bizarre. Interesting.
I like it when the table's doing the talking, Vic. We don't need to fill in at all.
I know.
The audience just gets to enjoy the table
Yes.
talking back and forth.
Yeah.
The logo for both cards.
Oh, good. Get it in front here.
Alright. Okay, and then. Should I fold them?
And here we've got a new player.
Oh,
Mr. Berry coming in there.
option.
And we are down to 25, playing down to 17.
Raise the 30.
Nice try. Bye-bye.
I got one of the other ones. You got 4.
Barnes shows that top pair card. Every player has their own unique process in terms of whether or not they're going to show cards. As you know, Vic, I'm personally not a fan, but
Me
that's
too.
okay. There's nothing wrong with it. That's what you wish to do.
Oh, what?
And oftentimes, people do it as a strategic move.
So that's all we're doing now.
You know, sometimes you're at a table and you hear somebody say, "Show the bluff, good
Yeah.
for the game."
Yeah,
That's only because you wanted to see what that guy had. That's all.
absolutely. Yeah.
That's all that is.
Mr. Barry, no stranger to the live stream tournament play. We have seen him. Oh, and look who's coming in.
I think I saw Mr. Garrett.
Garrett coming in.
Huh? Did you make him take it down? Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Oh, and by the way, I was going to tell you and Mike Gendron you were cheating yesterday.
We were.
You were.
The
Cause,
names?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because shimmy, felon, guy, whatever
Yes.
all those
Yeah.
letters and syllables were, you
Yeah.
just said shimmy. That's not
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
You got to use the name that's up there.
Well, wait till you see what we got to do with Garrett's name.
Dershowitz? or
Yeah.
something?
Well,
I think. I'm not sure.
yep.
Something like that.
Strong German name.
Ah.
In his world, the guy just
Sind
left.
Sie Deutsch? Wo wohnen Sie in Deutschland?
So the bull knows that.
My dad was born in 1917,
You weren't sitting at the
and
table? No,
at
you
that
were.
time he was the second of 4 children.
Yeah, the way-
And when he was in grade school, during that time, there was a school teacher that said, you know, Gauger sounds a little too German. Maybe you want to consider changing that. And his father agreed. And that's at that point we became Gaugers.
No, this one.
My grandmother, Gauger, maiden name was Mueller.
Ah,
She was very proud of that.
yes. I spent a lot of time in Germany. I enjoyed Germany.
During college, I was an athletic trainer and did some side stuff for high school games and that kind of stuff, and wound up riding to the emergency room with a hurt player, and there was a doctor in there that was French and still had a very strong accent. He says, "What's your name?" I said, "It's Vic Gauger." Gauger. Ah, that's a good French name.
Carter finally found a hand he's going to get in with, and he was able to do it first. Be the one going.
Yeah, Garrett's got to make this call. With the 6s. No, a 6 and a 6 only. The lone 6 doesn't come.
All those baby cards out there.
And Carter continues to hang in.
Small blind.
Up and down, up and down.
So,
but he informed me, he said, you know, I said, well, I wasn't told that. I was told that I have, you know, German background. And he said, well, you just grab the phone book from, back then they had phone books, you know, but you just grab the phone book from Montreal, and there's 3 or 4 pages of Gaugers.
there you go.
And turns out there is some lineage in my family going back to the Huguenots.
Now, how about that?
Yeah.
So, serious question now. How do we pronounce Garrett's last name?
I've never asked him, so I'm going to go with Gerschutz. I've known Garrett for a long time.
I just call him Garrett. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
For some reason, Gershowitz, but I don't
No,
see those.
There's not
I
enough.
don't see those vowels in there.
Right.
Gershutz. Sounds like Sergeant Schultz. Gershutz.
Right.
Herr Schutz. I'm going to end up calling him Garrett, and somebody's going to come on the chat and say, "Who's this Garrett?"
What are you talking about?
I don't
Yeah.
see Garrett up there.
Yeah. Probably doesn't want the nickname Gigi either, but
I was just thinking that. That's funny.
all hearts here. 2 players, both of these players with a heart.
But one of them with the nuts. Bottom pair, nut flush redraw.
This is a snap call, don't you think, Mike?
With 257 in the stack? Yeah. I think so.
He still wants a count. Always nice to make an informed decision.
Yeah, there's no way I'm not calling here. Now he's going to be super happy because he's ahead already.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know that. But with the drop, 47 in there for 108, you're going to make that call all day long with the nuts.
Every time I come to the live table, it's short-lived. Can we turn out there? Good game, guys.
Yeah, it was short-lived there for you, Mr. Barry, coming in to the feature table. We have seen you a number of times. Always enjoy having you at the table. More evidence, if you needed, of what a friendly poker room we have here at the Reserve. And I would
I thought he had ace.
give Mr. Barry as one of those examples. Always enjoy dealing to him, interacting with him.
Push with.
Bigger hurt.
I think he was thinking.
Well, you had a pair and enough heart, though.
You didn't think you had a heart.
Down to 22 now. And as we mentioned, when we get to 18 hand for hand, we're going to sign off for the night.
pair with a nut draw in your hand. Flush draw is pretty
Pretty solid.
solid.
Blinds are going up after this hand. 6, 12, and 6. If Tim lays this down, we'll still be at 10 big blinds. If he makes the call, we'll be looking at a coin toss. We'll be off to the races. And if he makes the call and the 4s don't hold up, man, he will be crippled. Be down to 4 big blinds at that point.
Yeah, we were flipping. I'm feeling.
Unless I'm just thinking something
in the big blind?
Yeah, it is a big blind.
I'm either folding that hand or raising it. You know what I mean? Nothing
Yeah,
else.
right.
All right,
Called
lines are
you
up.
the small time
But
when
you
you
hold
hit
it.
it.
Oh,
So
yeah,
every now and then,
small pin.
raise just to stay back, right?
All right.
Yeah, I get you.
If you would've just raised men, then I would've
No,
called.
I can't raise with ace king. I can't raise. Raise with ace jack.
15,000 chip. Ugh.
I call.
First.
25,000. Fold. Fold. One call. Heads up. Check. Hold up.
Garrett looking for a jack or a 9. A 9 to tie, but now picks up more outs here with that heart. Bowersock making this affordable. So a snap call here from Garrett. And that is not one of those many outs that Garrett had. Pocket aces. It's been a while since we've seen him under the gun here for D. Bowersock.
32,000.
Blinds at 6, 12, and 6, and he's going to bump this up to 32,000. Not quite 3x, but pretty darn close. Let's see if the other Bowersock picks something up worth defending, and he does.
Heads up.
Oh my. All diamonds. M. Bowersock, the only one with a diamond. And he's going to have a decision to make here. Lets it go.
The best part is now we can see if you brothers can collude, because we'll see what the ends.
That ought to answer your question.
Yeah, that ought to answer your question.
Not want to see another car out.
No, I didn't.
No collusion there.
Long red ace, right?
And that's actually the other hand that we saw them in.
Right.
It was a nice move by Sock to get his brother to fold.
See, when we were little, he used to pick on me too. So I figured that's what he was up to.
Kept getting aces all the time.
Yeah. He always got the best of me.
Wait till I get them back-to-back hands.
Should've shot him with that
We got
red.
the Smothers brothers going on here with Mom Always Liked You Best commentary between the two Bowersock brothers. Sorry, I'm dating. You get that reference, but probably 80% of the listeners that don't.
Yeah, right. See what I mean?
And here it goes again. And he's going to show just to make sure the table understands.
That's all I can do with this. No.
Blood may be thicker than water, but it's not thicker than poker.
Check.
Check.
Oh.
I can't play from 4 years.
He bets that straight draw and takes it down.
And after, ever since getting those aces, he's on a bit of a roll here, building that stack up to about 234. And, you know, on the outset of our broadcast, Mike, you were doing some analysis about average chip stacks. Really what it comes down to, everybody wants the biggest stack possible going into day two.
Well, of course.
There are certain levels, stack levels where, you know, if you look at Garrett right now at 90,000, yes, he wants to bag because you know he's going to be playing more of the 3 remaining flights within a chance to double bag and a chance to get a bigger bag. But if you're coming into day two at that 350, 400,000, 450, you're going to have a certain comfort level.
Yeah,
if,
for
if
sure.
you want to sit down on Sunday and feel like you're in a strong position, then really you're going to want to be north of 800,000 probably.
Yeah. With 40,000 average stacks and 1 out of 10 making it, the average chip stack on day two is 400,000 minus a few chips that get pulled out for double bags. So if you're in at that level, you're average in the field, right? It's just like starting a new day. However, it's different because you're starting a new day, but there's going to be half of the field, basically, arithmetic average, that's less than you. You have an advantage, but then again, the other half has an advantage over you. They have more chips. So you certainly want to be above that average. How far above that average you can get, you want to be obviously as high as you can. Me personally, I've always felt like if the average stack is 400K and I come in 600K or better, I feel really good about that stack.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
Sure. And we, you know, we have seen in these big tournaments, someone comes in with 1.8 million, and by the middle of day 2, they're nowhere to be seen. That's just how this game goes.
And it does happen that way quite a bit.
Raise 35,000.
Well, pocket 6 is folded there to that raise from M. Bauer Sox with pocket 10s. And our average chip stack right now at this stage of the game is 310.
80,000.
We're playing down to 17. We have 22. There's 5 players left. So now is when it gets, in my mind, very strategic. Let's see what happens after this hand. Barnes 3 bets to 80. What's Bowersock going to do? He folds.
Very interesting there.
Now see that dynamic? You have 2 of the larger stacks. And I think M. Bowersock at that point in time, sure, we might be flipping, but why do I want to flip for the vast majority of my stack when I pretty much have a bag in the bag, so to speak, right? I mean, with that stack, you can kind of limp your way into getting a bag. Do I really want to put it at risk for what might be a flip? And his decision was no. I get that.
Jackie's drawing me in here by using a Bears analogy
I've been waiting.
that I can't argue with because, you know, I'm not getting any younger. I don't know how many more of these fourth quarter heart attacks I can take. All in here down to 66,000. Garrett's going to push in with pocket 3s.
And that's a move you have to make there in that
Yes.
position.
We will be playing on December 7th in Portal Lake Street, but you can stay with us what you're bringing back with you on Sunday. We do qualify if you play another fight.
There are the announcements for the 6 p.m. Of course, we're on a 15-minute delay, so they are kicking off day 1D in the main room, the 4th of 6 flights. Typically the smallest of the 6 flights. Well, no, typically today. This is typically the smallest, right? The Friday. And yet this is the biggest so far. But
my remembrance, anyway, is that the very first flight, the Thursday morning one, is usually the smallest. And then they just kind of grow from there. Now, quite often you'll find that the morning flight on a Friday has a few less than the evening flight on a Thursday, just because a lot of players, more players are available to play the evening flights. But I'm not sure that that's held true this particular series. Got Carter all in with pocket aces. Boy, he has played very patient with a small stack. And he has picked some good spots here.
And just 41,000 here for Barnes to make this call with pocket 2s. With this chip stack, I got to tell you, I don't mind this call. Of course, we get to see the cards. Probably not expecting Carter to have aces at this point.
Oh my God.
And he says, "Do you have a pair?" Carter just casually says, "Yep, I got a pair."
He's hoping for a flip. Instead, normally he'd be a 4-to-1 underdog. In this case, even more so, because one of the 2s is not available to him.
Right.
Thank you for that, Nick.
Just add a little insurance there at the end. So Carter, up to 172K. Very nice.
And I think so far in this feature table, this is, based on the big blinds that he has in front of him, is probably the best cushion he's had so far.
Yes. Yeah, he's been short the whole time. And very, very patient. He's laid down some big hands, looking for a better spot, and the better spot just presented itself. Yeah, I would agree with you, Chris.
I'm not a Yankees fan. If I were, I would want that jacket. It's a nice jacket. Here we go. Timothy Martin now pushing on with ace queen, and he is below 10 big blinds. Bowersock not going to mess around with that with pocket fives. We really, you know, they're constantly looking at the clock. They know where they stand. They know that they need 4 more players to bust out to make it into day 2.
And they know there's 2 more tables out there in the main room. So they know there's some big stacks, and they also know there's some short stacks. And again, M. Bowersox, our chip leader here at this feature table, is at 319K, and that's just slightly over the chip average for the remaining players. So when you take a look at the chip count in total that we have here, it just again tells me that we've got a lot of big stacks out in the outer room. But he does have the chip lead at this table, and he is taking advantage of it. Perfect time for him to try to chip up and build that bag for Sunday. Carter with pocket 2s under the gun. These are going into the muck. I predict, and I am so wrong. Trying to see a cheap flop and do a little set mine in here.
There's a set for Carter, and this could be really good timing as the chip leader at this feature table, or close to it, the other Bowersock, gets top pair.
Bet 30. Raise.
And there's a raise. Has to be music to the ears of Carter, looking to yet again. He is so on a run here, right at the good time, right at a good time to get on a run.
How much? 160.
And this is going to be a body blow. Runner gets him a straight.
Well,
runner, king, queen gets him a full house. And there's the check mark.
It's all over. Well, you just got to love the feeling when you go set mining with one of those small pairs and bang, you flop a set.
Yeah.
That's a gold mine waiting to happen. And again, Carter's been so patient. Look at him, 362,000. Way to go, Mr. Carter.
And it's really kind of a tale of 2 tournaments for Mr. Carter.
It sure is.
You know, when you compare the first couple of hours on this live stream versus the last hour of this live stream, or even the last 15 minutes for him. And the swings happen in this game all the time. And they happen that big and sometimes even bigger. I know Yogi Berra had a different version of that, but it ain't over till it's over.
Nope.
Much is it?
47.
Oh.
Can't imagine he's going to let go of jacks this time. But they aren't. It's 8-7 offsuit. I'm sorry, Queen 10 offsuit.
Nice move there. Live to fight again.
Oh, sorry.
Ace jack under the gun. Slightly under 10 bigs. A move a lot of people would shove, and he does.
Everybody folded. Your lid was for 115.
Take it down. Well, that's huge when you're sitting there with at that kind of a chip stack at that level of bigs, and you can take down the small, the big, the ante. You just picked up 2 big blinds. You picked up one whole additional orbit.
Yes.
That's huge.
So it's gonna be so expensive, like checking the
Super dry board too, unless they just have king 10 7 or something there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done the same thing.
Limp 10, so you don't put him on ace king.
They signed the hand before you.
What?
You just had they sign.
Did I?
Yeah.
We got 2 guys here at 6 bigs. Just keep an eye on those 2 players.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's your hand.
No.
Raise 35.
That's an aggressive move by Mr.
Really
Barnes.
is.
Uh-oh. Mr. Grishutz finds what he's been waiting for, and look at him. Don't be so excited to just get it all in there quick. I like the timing there. Nice, Garrett.
Very nice cadence.
And T. Martin with pocket 8s.
All in.
Oh, boy. Queen 5's got to go bye-bye.
Oh.
God.
So far, so good for the aces.
How much is it?
And they are going to hold.
That's almost a triple up for Garrett.
This is a significant turn of events here for Garrett.
It's more than a triple up.
Garrett's all in for 7.
Barnes had made that pre-flop raise,
Right then.
basically just sweetening the pot there for Garrett.
Boy, talk about picking up a hand at the right time, huh, Vic?
Yes.
He might call and then he threw the.
Not Garrett's first rodeo.
Not at all.
Anything he does at this table is always at the table is always has intention to it. He typically has a plan.
Can't be 2 all-ins.
primarily a cash player. If you're thinking Garrett looks familiar, it's because he's often in our cash games. We're going to get back to that schedule next week, Tuesday night. I got some seats open if you're interested. Ace Queen now for deep hour sock.
A very understandable all in there with his stack.
Oh my goodness. He didn't take any time that time.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. And look at the... Wow. Ace Queen versus Ace Queen versus
Oh my God, you gotta be kidding.
Aces. Holy
We
cow.
have the same answer. We're drawing dead.
Oh, that's real.
I mean,
Look at these equities, Vic. The
It's
aces
amazing.
are 93%.
Wow.
Back to back.
How much do I own?
61.
61 and 70.
That's amazing. Back-to-back aces at this phase of the tournament.
Yeah.
God,
Unbelievable.
And
Will
Will,
get an ace.
Will Garrett. Will either one of these hands defy the odds? If not, huge swing of events here for Garrett Stack. This close to going into day 2.
Those are 10.
And there are 2 10s left in the deck.
Man, if you did that, I would have walked across.
Yeah, that
one.
Oh, yeah. I think that's it.
221,000 chip pot.
I don't think so. No, I think that's it. You guys are in?
Oh, that's it?
And just like that, didn't have to go hand for hand. So it sounds like we lost somebody else out there, and we lost 2 players here, lost somebody out there. So there will not be hand for hand. But we are going to go ahead and sign off, ladies and gentlemen, and regroup and come back to you on Sunday. And the $250,000 prize pool guarantee summer series main event, $400 buy-in, $40,000 starting stack, 25-minute levels, and 6 flights. You just saw the third of the 6 flights. There's still time to get here tonight and certainly tomorrow, 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. for the final 2 flights, 10% advancing on to day 2 with a $2,000 multi-bag bonus. Mike Flynn, before we sign off, you play a lot of tournament poker. You play a lot here at the Reserve. Just give me a feel. Looking at that format for these, 4 flights a break, 4 flights a break. Give me your honest opinion on that. Do you like that format? Is there something you would do different than that?
I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
All right. That makes that conversation short.
I mean, I really do.
Yeah.
And you know me, when I'm ready for a break, I just get up and walk away. So 4 levels that way in a break, it's not too much time, right? 25 minutes times 4,
right?
Little less than 2 hours. I got to get up and move around. That's just me. So
Sure.
I really do. I like that. I like that format.
Yeah. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. It's been a pleasure once again.
Always a pleasure, Vic.
Mike,
Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. And from our family here at the Reserve, everybody please be safe.
Thank you.